almost like 4 years ago. So all the stuff that was on it was
new at the time.
I wasn't new at the time. As I said, I built it on the budget. So all this stuff is old as shit.
Was you good at Micro Center?
No, I would have gotten it in Micro Center, except for at the time that I was building all this stuff, I didn't live close to Micro Center.
You have some good deals there.
They do have some good deals there. When I was helping, my friend was building her PC, we went out to Micro Center looking for stuff. And when I do...
Is that freaking Lauren calling?
Oh.
Hey
I
guys.
swear to God, it sounds like it.
Guys, we're live.
Oh.
Wow. Hey.
Hey, we're live and alive.
At the
Somehow,
moment.
still. Right.
We are alive for the time being.
Momentarily. So, welcome back to StackedDiceRP. Starting off tonight for our Icewind Dale campaign, we like to do a RP question. Today's question is: what does your character hope for in the afterlife? On the same
Can't wait to hear Cass's answer.
on the same question as everyone's alive at the moment.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Cass has not put any thought to that because he doesn't feel like as if he's going to die.
I'll keep that in mind for tonight. Okay.
You might need to rectify that.
A couple hours from now, he's going to be like, I take it back. I take it all back.
So how's the new character, Jesse?
I don't have one. It's vested.
Wowza.
Seth just wants peace in the afterlife. Just peace.
I was literally about to say the same.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Kailani, of course, wants to see, like, people that have passed, like her family and friends. She's hoping there's some type of, like, spirit realm that, you know, she can see her loved ones. But essentially peace, yeah. She doesn't want to be a slave to an angry god or Umberlee or anything like that.
I think Roman would be, I think Roman to a degree hopes that, like, his work, his craftsmanship would be recognized in some way. Whether that be, by just achieving what you would consider a good afterlife, or even so much as posthumously being in service. But he would want to continue his work in being able to work with his hands.
Okay.
Artificer heaven.
Artificer heaven.
Kalani.
I'm just waiting on Cinder.
Cinder.
Well,
That's true, yeah.
probably the same thing he's doing now, just in a different form. Like, he assumes he knows where he's going, where he dies. But he also feels like it'll just be himself doing the same thing in a different form.
That makes sense.
Okay. So who wants to do a recap of what happened last week?
I nearly got eaten by a fish.
Bunch of underwater bullshit.
There's always a bigger
I
fish.
nearly decapitated said man who was nearly eaten by a fish.
Yep. Oh, fun
I
times.
have notes of it.
We should probably recap for those who played last week.
Don't worry, you're up next.
No, I know, but I could say it if you want, but I really don't remember.
Okay.
I sat on top of an ice mountain, waiting.
That
We
was
made marshmallows.
that was after you guys spent a couple hours traversing from Grimskull and arguing, and then finding out once you got to the edge that you don't have a boat or anything like that.
And Angajuk is like, yeah, I'll be here for, a few days. And we were here for like a week and a half.
Yeah. We got to work on our
Can
timing
you really
skills.
blame Angachuk? I wouldn't
no.
sit down and wait.
I wouldn't
for
wait
it.
either.
And
He probably thinks we're all dead.
we decided that we're going to use a boat that's, waterlogged and fucked up from the bottom of the ocean. So
I'm gonna fix it up. It's gonna be
yeah,
great.
definitely.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Kalani's gonna get me some coral. We're gonna make it into a proper icebreaker.
Cinder casted water breathing on half of the party, being
For
Cinder,
people who-
Kailani, Roman, and Seth.
Yep.
We went down there and we discovered there was a few ghouls up top, and we're like, we'll take care of this. And they
just a few.
kept coming. And then some sharks came to visit. And Kailani's like, hey, here's some food. We're friends.
Mhm.
One took off with one of them, and then a giant fucked up demon aberration shark showed up, ate the other one, and started attacking us.
It took a piece of me.
It was a bitch.
Oh yeah.
But I healed you, right, Seth?
After dealing with that,
No, we didn't. I didn't get healed. I don't think.
it seemed.
I was gonna say we didn't end up doing the healing because after dealing with that, I came in my berserker status and tried to kill Seth.
He said, "Fuck this guy!"
Nearly
Just swung at me.
succeeded, too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you meddling kids.
But I cast restoration on
Cinder.
And on me.
yeah, that's what I was trying to get to.
It was
They
Roman.
finally cured Cinder's madness, and then they're like, "Yeah, went out to Roman." They're like, "Yeah, you're not gonna be attuned to this anymore."
Oh yeah, that's right. So right now there's a giant freaking battle axe on the ship, but it should be lighter because it's underwater. And if we lifted it once,
we found a different ship like 70
Right next
feet
to
to
it.
the left.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we're gonna go check out that one and hope it's not also infected by ghouls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But everybody under the water has been cured of their madness. But apparently, I guess I didn't cure them of their wounds, which
I don't know, Kailani. Are you cured of your madness?
I mean,
Her madness is tolerating us.
Exactly.
that's my homeboy. He gets it.
Her madness is we're just gonna
Animal
follow
affliction.
along to the bullshit plans of everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually not diving. Going to the top of the mountain where the rest of the party is currently
Surfacing.
sitting. You guys are around a campfire. You've got Valine with you, Cass, Gwen, Arwen. You're all sitting up there. Genum. Pull Genum over while I'm at that. Too bad it's going to be Nen for right now. Deal with it. What are you guys doing?
Cass will be looking at that bow that Arwen gave him and just kind of trying to figure out, like, Arwen, is there a trick to this device? Like, how do you keep it going straight? I try to play catch. I hit some things, but not everybody catches them.
You're not really supposed to aim it at people unless you're meaning to really hurt them. Not everyone knows how to catch an arrow.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot that yeah, we have to do the basics. So
But I miss more than I hit anyway, so it's not like it's working.
So I'm gonna kind of like grab Cass's arms and kind of like make him get into the position of the right way to hold his bow.
Mhm.
It's a real ghost moment.
And
I was picturing this like romantic music, and she's like, her arms wrapped around you.
Oh, God. And then I'm just gonna tell him, okay, now just pull your arm back, and then just shoot. Aim with your eyes. You know how to aim, right?
Should I
Keep your eyes on the target.
should I grab an arrow from my quiver?
I forgot that you don't have the magical bow. Yes,
I think that helps.
that would help to have an arrow.
Okay, and then I hold my breath, right?
Hold your breath.
Really?
Look straight down that arrow. I'm gonna kind of point out to like, I don't know, like a random can out there or something, like a random like piece of glass or something.
Random can in the middle.
That's what I'm trying to think of. I'm like, I don't know.
There's a random
Oh.
discarded
On a
potion.
box or something, or a crate.
A random empty potion bottle. Sure, we'll go with that. So you see that down there?
All right.
Hit it
Easy.
just like that.
Make an attack roll. Okay. Yeah. You actually take the top off of it.
Ah.
Good.
Okay, so I just have to look at the tip of the arrow and shoot.
Yes. So now aim a little bit more down.
All right. Now I guess I'll make another attack roll here.
Mhm.
Ah!
Yeah, this time direct hit. The entire glass of the potion bottle shatters.
Fantastic. Catch is going to be so much better now.
No
And
more
actually-
touch. You
At
don't
least I can
want
get
to
it
do
to where I
that.
want it to go, and they should be able to retrieve it. Thanks,
The
Arwen.
only person
You
who
are
won
very
the
welcome.
fight.
And if you want, you can always ask anytime for more advice.
Oh, perfect. This is amazing. Gwen,
Uh-huh.
go along.
Oh God.
What?
No.
Nothing, Gwen. Just sit.
Okay. You sit down.
So long.
So, Cass, do you go and retrieve your arrows?
Yeah, I would,
That sounds like a fucking setup, but yes.
yeah. Now you know why I passed it on to you.
Yes,
Because I'm
I
power
shot,
retrieving.
but I only shot 5 feet out, so no, I'm kidding. It was about 20. But yeah, I do go retrieve my arrows.
Okay. Walk over. And as you get close to the arrows, you see them sticking out of the ice, and one of them kind of twitches, like something moves from underneath of it.
Oh.
Here we go.
Arwen, this one's moving. Is that normal?
No, I don't think so.
This is
Nothing I'm aware of.
all the time. Okay, so I go to reach for it, try to pull it out.
Yeah, easy enough. You pull it out of the ice. Make a perception check.
Okay. That's probably better than what I thought I was getting ready to do.
A deception check?
Perception.
Oh, I was really confused.
I will draw my sword out and just kind of like poke at it a little bit. Not hard or anything, just like, what is you?
What is she?
Yeah, you stab the sword in the ice, and
Mm-mm.
just nothing happens.
I lightly poke.
Okay, you lightly stab with the tip of a sword into the ice.
Okay.
Nothing happens. The arrows aren't moving anymore.
Are they still moving?
You said the arrows aren't moving anymore?
Yeah, they only moved once, and then that was it.
Everything all right? Oh, what?
It was weird. We shot, that
I think your internet's going in and out.
Yeah.
Because your sound's going in and out.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
sound
think
like
it
a
was me,
robot.
you guys.
yeah, Chris.
Yeah, because she's glitching and
Yeah,
she's frozen.
I see
And
you're
Jesse
all
looks
glitching
fine.
out.
I closed out of Twitch, so maybe that'll help.
How about now?
It seems fine.
Looks fine to me.
Oh, okay. Zach, you can hear me?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Okay. Anyway, yeah, no. So the arrows went into the ice and it kind of moved around a little bit, and I pulled it out, and nothing happened. So I don't know. It's kind of weird, but what do you make of that?
I don't know.
Is this thing magical?
No. Not the arrows. At least I don't think they are. No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let me try to recreate that. I'm gonna take another shot doing the same thing.
Are
Okay.
you going to walk back to take the shot, or are you just going to take it from standing where you
No, I'm
are?
gonna walk back a little bit. I'm walking
Okay,
back.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know if you're just shooting into the ground in front of you. I was like, okay.
No, definitely walking back. Retrieve my arrows, walk back. I'll take another shot at it.
Okay. Make another attack roll.
Uh oh.
You hit the ground. It's pretty easy. There's mostly glass shards, so it's not like you were shooting at anything per se. Just an area. Arrow doesn't move. Arwen, make a perception check. I mean, you're keeping an eye out on the arrows, and I mean nothing's happening.
I'm just gonna kind of look at Cass like, are you okay?
I think I'll find it's the arrows that are all quivery. I will take one final shot. I'll remember my lessons of 2 minutes ago, and I will hold thy breath, look down the arrow, and shoot once more at that potion bottle, empty bottle, whatever it was. For an 8.
Well, yeah, it's in like
I told you it
pieces
doesn't
now.
work.
Yeah, this time you don't get purchase on hitting the ground per se. I mean, you hit it, but the arrow just kind of skips off into the distance.
You see, right there, you were thinking too much. You're thinking too much of trying to prove that your arrow was moving. And this is just me being honest, coming, you know.
Is it,
Yeah, don't
is
do
it
that.
possible this bow is broken?
No. Well, I mean, no. Let me see it.
Well, wait, you want it?
Just,
Okay, here.
just let me see it.
Fine.
I'm taking it away.
Oh, I know. I'm not worried about you taking it away, but I've got to go retrieve my arrows, and if I don't have this with me, okay. Here.
I'm gonna kind of look it over.
Looks like a bow. It's in working order.
Seems fine. Cass. I'm gonna hand it back.
I don't trust it. Okay, I'll start to go retrieve the arrows, and I'll go to look for the one that kind of skipped away.
Make a perception check or investigation.
I was like, I'm gonna kind of walk with him, just to try and.
If you want to help, you can help.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, give you advantage.
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
Well, not much help.
Can't really tell where the arrow skipped off to.
Well, I guess that one's down.
Yeah, it's okay.
This is why I play catch, so I have somebody to retrieve them.
I'm sure that. Oh, what is his name? Sonar would love to play catch.
He does.
I don't know. I'm saying that whenever he knows your new skills, I'm sure that he'll love to play catch with you.
He does. You're right.
The one I just taught you. Now you can actually hit correctly. That's what I mean by new skill. You know,
If
the
you
thing I
say
just
so.
taught you 3 minutes ago?
Sure. I'm going to look this over. I'm going to use my expertise on it and determine if this thing is in fact broken or not.
Go for it.
Not saying that you're wrong by any means. I mean, this is your area of expertise. I just, I also want to look at it. So I'll sit down by the fire and kind of mull it over.
Okay.
I'm just gonna lean up against Gwen and kind of watch.
Valine kind of looks around for a second and goes, "Did you feel that?"
What was it? The shaky shakes?
Almost exactly, yes. I feel like the ground kind of moved.
Well, I did, in fact, see the ground. Well, I seen an arrow move. I thought it was a magic arrow, but I was wrong. But yeah, no, like about 20, 30 feet up there by that bottle. Yeah, the ground kind of moved. I just figured it was the ice shifting.
I mean, that's entirely possible.
I mean, what do you think it could be?
Not sure. I think maybe we should just keep an eye out, make sure there's nothing like out of the ordinary.
We can do that.
You guys are so gonna die up there.
Probably.
I said the same shit about you guys down there.
Here, let me send up my owl real quick, and maybe I'll get a bird's eye view.
Ha! I see what you did there.
The owl flies up into the air and begins to do a circle around you guys. Valine's eyes go white for a second. So
Are you cold, Valine?
not sure exactly what I'm seeing, but I've noticed through his eyes that the ground around us is pretty see-through. Almost looks like there's a tunnel or something below us.
A tunnel.
Maybe long iced over.
Sounds interesting.
Does it?
Hello. Why, are you scared?
A little bit, yes. I mean, we could check it out. No, I'm not scared, but I mean, just what happens if they come back and we weren't here? Then we don't know. Are you sure? Should we
can
go?
always wait. We don't have to do it now. We can always wait until they.
No, we can go. Of course, that's fine. Let's go. I mean, it's obviously call me chicken.
If that's what you want to do, we'll go.
No, not that. You're. No, I'm going.
No,
by
I
what
never
you
said that. We can always wait.
Arwen, with your special elven ears, you hear a crack in the ice.
Well, it. What? Do I know where it came from?
Suddenly,
Like
a
which
large
direction?
blue, like icy blue creature burst through the ice below you and swallows up the fire that you guys have made.
Well, looks like we might not have to wait.
As it dives back into the ice, you notice that it burrows.
Oh, son of a bitch!
And as there's now 2 holes in the ice, suddenly the ice around you cracks. I need everyone to roll me a dex save.
Sweet. You have a plus. You have a plus 4, Arwen. Gorgeous.
Did you fall down, go boom? What happened?
Arwen, you have a 15, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I have a 10 with this piece of rice on my
Yeah,
on my
so
throat.
suddenly as all the ice cracks around you, you begin sliding almost. You don't fall, but you're sliding down an ice tunnel.
Oh shit.
Wee.
Well,
As you're sliding, you see the same creature jumping back and forth over the walls, almost tracking you guys as you slide. Or stalking, I would say.
Can you tell what it is, Cass?
no. Can I tell what it is? Can you tell what it is?
I don't know.
I would say none of you had actually seen this.
I have never seen this worm-like creature. But we're not safe topside. So yes, your idea of going in the tunnels may not have been the worst. But then again,
By the way, while you guys are talking, you guys are sliding down an ice tunnel.
Yeah,
So
I
if you're
was
like,
about to say,
everything's okay, I swear.
cool as a cucumber.
Can I take out my dagger and kind of like stab it in the ice so I can like hold myself there?
Sure. Make an attack roll.
The look on Eric's face is concerning. He was like, oh.
So maybe if we get down to the bottom, Icewind. Wait.
Bye.
Your ice begins to, or your dagger begins to scrape against the ice. You're not
No.
able to quickly get enough pressure behind it to stop yourself.
Damn it.
As you all fall about 20 feet.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
This is after sliding for a good 30 seconds.
A long time.
Yep. Much like one of those slides, you know, on the kids' playground where it kind of spins in a spiral a little bit, but the spiral's all out of whack. That's kind of what it feels like. As you guys smash against the ground,
Oh.
taking, we'll say because of your saves, I'll half it, so 1d6, so 3 damage.
You alright, Cass?
I'm fine. I don't know how we're going to get back up. We're going to have to find a way out.
You find yourselves in a rocky cavern, you would say. The walls completely made of ice. Looking around, you see what looks like tunnels.
Arwen, whatever this is, I believe this is its lair.
I think so too.
We need to move with caution and quickly.
Okay. We can do that.
Did you see where it went?
I don't think I did. No, because we were sliding and I was trying to do the dagger. I was trying to pull my dagger and stab the ice. So I didn't really get a good look at it. Where it went, where anything.
Do we see a pathway that would kind of lead? How many pathways do we see, if any?
I mean,
You see multiple pathways.
Okay. Are they all about the same size?
Fairly, yeah, I would say so.
Okay. So knowing what we've seen and what just happened, can we hear any rumbling? Can we hear kind of where anything might be?
Yeah, with my
Make a
elven ears.
Perception check. And I'll say an advantage because you're in an ice cavern. It'll echo.
I'm pretty sure I can hear it with the 17 right.
We'll try to listen then.
Arwen, you do begin to hear a rumble to your west.
Cass, I hear it to the west.
Does it sound like it's getting closer or moving further away?
Closer and fast.
It's coming
okay.
in quick.
What do you suggest?
The cat is in the ceiling again.
Should we try to hide?
Yes, maybe. Yes.
Okay.
Either that or we could fight it head on, but I don't know what it is.
Well, let's see what we're up against first before we just go in guns a-blazing or arrows a-shooting.
Yeah, so is there any way that all of us can hide?
It's like
Portland.
a wide open cavern. There's a couple like rocks you can maybe hide behind, but not huge.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, we're just gonna head on. Unless you want to hide behind the rock.
Yeah, it seems like most of this is made out of ice, though.
Shit. I'm going to.
Oh, I was about to say we don't have much time. I don't know.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Arwen.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
And as you cast that, You hear a loud crash and the shattering of ice coming from the west, and you see a very large blue creature.
Oh, he looks fun.
It looks like an ice puppy.
The shark looked way nicer than this guy does.
And I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
Hmm. I feel like I've seen this coming.
Meanwhile,
Not this.
He is pretty. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. I want to see stuff.
All right. Makes sense. You guys knew which way it was coming from. Gwen, not so much, but Arwen, you get the first shot out. What do you do?
Do I see it? It's like in view.
Oh yeah, it just burst through the wall.
Oh, great. Kool-Aid Man.
Yep, Kool-Aid Man style.
Hey!
So I have this new thing that I want to try out, but do I have to do it before or after? I want to use lightning arrow.
Hope y'all
Before.
live.
Okay, I'm gonna cast lightning arrow. Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Yes. No, I was trying to do it myself.
Okay. So 48. What's 2d8? Can you read me what lightning arrow does? It looks like a dex save, but I don't understand the damage.
Here, I'm just gonna copy this.
That works too.
Did you do?
The next time you make a ranged weapon attack, spells duration, weapons save no, or the weapon itself, there's a throw on the transfer bullet. 48 damage on a hit or half as much. You hit a miss, each creature within 10 feet of the target must. Okay, so it's within. So it's just the 15, not the 8.
no, it would do both.
Choose creature.
Because so the 48, the 15 happens in addition to her regular attack roll. And then they have to make a dex save for that second damage, the 8.
So if it hits, so it fails the save, then it would hit for 48. But either way, it hits for 2d8 if it's nearby it. Gotcha.
No, so it's on. If it hits, it takes 48, half damage on this, and then it makes the dex save, and then if it fails the save, it takes 2d8 or half on success.
Okay, then you need to roll to hit, is what I'm getting.
Yes.
So shoot your bow. 17 is just gonna hit.
Oh, good. that's swell, Icewind.
So 5 piercing, okay, and 15 lightning. And then the save. Dex save. That's an 18, so it passes. So half of the 8, so 4, so 19, 24 damage. Very nice. Okay.
Take that. Where's the? Oh my god.
Anything else?
No. I'm done then.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't lightning arrow a bonus action? So shouldn't you get your full attack action?
I don't know. It's not under the bonus action.
I have to
I was
check
under
that.
spells.
Well, it's a bonus action spell, I thought. Let me double check that. Sorry.
Either way, she did shoot twice.
Oh,
The 13
okay.
would have missed.
Okay. No problem. Sorry.
Cass.
Okay. I'm okay. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. and I'll start to grab an arrow because he's not too sure about the arrow from the mirror light stinger, but he's shaking in his little paladin boots, and he
faith in
goes
you.
to take a shot. Oh boy, 14.
14 misses.
I got this. I got it. And I'll take
Shaking
another
too
one.
much.
Deep breath.
Deep breaths, Cass.
Hold thy breath. And
Hold that.
There you go.
What did I tell you?
Wow.
That'll hit.
For a total
Love
of
it.
10.
10.
And then I will use my bonus action to also use the special one on that.
Get
I'll go
another
ahead.
shot.
Yeah, to go ahead and take a third shot. And 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
And that's force damage for 2. Shit.
12 damage, better than nothing.
Yeah, that's true. I must get closer. Why do you use these things?
Because you're awesome. You know how to use them, which, hey, you did some damage. Well, you hit him.
Missiles. Oh, someone roll me a d6.
Now.
Okay, so 4 plus 1. So Valine is going to use 4 of the 5 charges she has on the magic missile.
Nice.
So that would be 3, 4, 5. 5 bolts? If she uses 4 charges, it's a first level spell, 1 plus for each one after first level.
So you do 3 and then plus per spell level. So we're going to subtract 1, so we're adding 3 additional, so 6 total.
6 total, okay. 3, so 9 plus 6, so 15. Auto hit. Okay. You see, as it's currently chewing, what looks like lit timber, which you would guess is your campfire you had.
Yeah. Stupid.
And as it does so, the fire suddenly begins to turn blue.
Oh.
It is
That's not
going
good, is it?
to go ahead and need everyone to make me a con save. As suddenly it exhales a blue wind that is cold. Very, very cold. Fail.
You have a +4, Arwen.
Which makes it the same as yours, which is also a fail. Valine is going to make a con save. Crit. Pass. And Gwen is going to make a con save for a 19. So Gwen and Valine pass. Cass and Arwen, you do not. Which is not good for either of you. Do either of you have cold damage?
Cold resistance?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Alright, so 8d10 damage.
What?
What?
Wait, what?
As you suddenly are buffeted for 31 cold damage. Then everyone else is going to take 15.
Well, that's a little brisk.
Minus 3. Minus 15. And Valine minus 15. And its movement speed. Let's see it go 40. 50. And that's his turn. So Gwen's turn. Gwen is going to run up to it because that is what Gwen does.
That's such a Gwen move.
And take a multi-attack for a natural 1 and a natural 1.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Man.
Big
That's
freaking
something.
rips. Okay.
Yeah. Ouch. Yeah, so Gwen does nothing this round, so that's fun. Arwen,
Oh no. That's bad.
you see Gwen's claws and beak not able to make purchase on this creature.
Shit. Okay. I'm gonna hit it twice with my longbow.
Yes, you will. For 17 damage. Okay. Anything else? Movement?
I'm gonna move up one little block.
You're gonna move closer to it? Okay.
No. And I,
Mistakes were made.
mistakes were fixed.
Okay. Anything else?
I almost want to move again. No, I'm fine.
Alright, Cass.
Bonus action, magic weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to just attack with thy long sword. And yeah, for 16.
16 is gonna miss.
All right, and my second attack. Oh wait, it's a 17 because it's magic weapon.
That hits. Makes a difference.
Yeah,
Big difference, yeah.
Yeah, it does, and I will also smite on that.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
Don't you worry. There
So
will
5
be
on that,
smiting.
and then I'm going to smite at 3rd level.
That'd be 6.
So what?
Magic weapon, isn't it 6? Does the damage go up by 1 too? Or just the attack?
It does. Yes.
So 6.
Sorry. I was going to count dice in my head. That's why I was confused.
You're good.
So at 3rd level, that's what 1, 2, 3. Is that 48 then?
Yes.
3d8. 4.
4. 2d8
Okay.
at start.
Oof. Additional 19.
Very nice.
And I'll take my second attack. For an 19.
Hits.
For 8 damage, I will smite at 2nd level on this one, so 3d8. Additional 16.
Very nice. Alright. Valine. Let's see. She is going to cast 60 foot range spell attack. Spell is d6 or +6.
You're done.
I'm texting my boss. I don't know the vacation time I just put in.
That's a natural 1. I've rolled 3 natural 1s in a row.
That's
Wow.
horrible, unless it's the fucking monster, then that's great.
Nope, both on your team.
Yeah, I know.
You just see a beam of energy fly off into the distance, crack against the wall. Salamander's turn.
We're not doing good.
But we're doing fine.
So,
The average Joes who are really struggling here.
how far away is
Uh-oh.
Valine?
What?
Why you had to go and say that?
That's cool. Alright. So 5 attacks. 4 with its
What?
claws and 1 with its bite. So claw number 1 at Valine. That's a 21.
Can I ask you how far Valine is?
10 feet.
Okay, I'm going to use my reaction and use one of my charges on the bracelet.
Okay.
Oh shit! Hold on. I know you need it. Hold on.
Which gives her a +2.
I think it's just +1. Oh, build no up to my spellcasting modifier, which
Charisma.
is a +4.
So that would make her AC a 17, which still hits.
Sweet.
So that means it shatters. So okay. So it takes 3d8 fire damage.
Want me to roll that?
Yep. So 8. Okay. So as the fire damage explodes, you see it swirl up into its mouth, and then suddenly there's a blue light in its throat again.
Fuck me. Okay.
But it does take the damage, so it's not nothing. Valine, on the other hand, is going to take 10 piercing damage. No, not a... I put 103 instead of enter, so let's add 103 back and minus...
Didn't I do that last session? Like, I
think so.
killed myself outright on accident?
I don't understand why this cold creature likes fire.
Alright, so that's the first one. Second one, at Cass for a 21 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
for 11 piercing.
Hmm.
Bite against Gwen for a 12, which is going to miss.
I just hope Gwen lives.
Another claw against
Darwin.
Cass for 23, and another claw against Valine for a 21.
How much damage on my claw?
11 again, and 10 to Valine. Weird how that worked out. Okay. That's its turn. Let's see if Gwen can do anything this round. Beak attack. That's a 10, which misses. And a 22 on the slashing, which she is a slasher, so that is also... reduces speed by 10 feet till start of your next turn. So 15 damage and 10 feet less to its movement speed. Cool. Anything else that she can do? Not at the moment. Arwen.
Okay. I am debating on casting Hail of Thorns.
It's just you and Arwen, so it's like Zach playing with himself a lot.
Well,
The next time the creature
our bench warmers aren't hitting shit.
The target of the attack and a creature within 5 feet must make a dex save and throw.
So Cass is within 5 feet, so it's Gwen.
Dang it!
Don't hurt me.
I'm not trying to, but I'm trying to figure out what else I can do.
Oh, Zach, do I need to make a two concentration saves for my magic weapon?
Yes, and also magic weapon. Is that concentration?
It is.
Is Shield of Faith concentration?
That's good. That's a good question. It probably is.
It is. I don't know how you have all the things going.
I don't. I mean, obviously, Shield of
It
Faith.
is.
Okay, so you have magic weapon.
Okay, and I might not have that anymore at all.
So 2 con saves, DC 10.
Cass is casting all the spells, man.
Yeah, look at him go.
Oh, that was close.
It's a pass and a pass.
Woo!
Wow.
Oh my god.
Just
By the skin of your ass.
Give one guy a net 20 and then give him dog shit afterwards.
So maybe I won't feel so bad if I do cast this? I'm joking. No, I'm just gonna hit it twice with arrows again.
Both will hit. Okay. Alright, anything else?
I'm full myself.
Okay. Cass.
I'm going to use Lay on Hands on myself for 50 points.
That is your action, alright.
Yep.
How are you down 50 points already?
I'm down 65.
You got hit. Oh, you got hit by the ice breath. I was forgetting about that. I was like, hold up. He only hit you like twice with claws, and they were both like 11.
Yeah, no, he hit me more than that, my dude.
Okay. Let's see. Feline, looking at the Raven Free moment didn't work. She is going to instead cast.
That one.
Why the fuck not? She's gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Yeah, that thing's gonna be terrifying when it's all laughy. I think you guys are gonna have to. You're gonna have to save against being frightened. Watch that creature laugh. Like,
so it's a Wisdom save, DC 14.
I hope it fucking fails.
Passes with a 22.
Damn it.
Doesn't look like it's laughing at the joke.
I thought it was hilarious. Really.
It's gonna back up out of Gwen and Cass's range as it dives into the ice.
Opportunity or no?
Yes, because it burrows away from you.
Just letting you know, Cass and Arwen both have an advantage. DM has 6, unless Zach has used one.
Nope.
That's a 26 to hit.
Hits.
With 8 slashing. Can I smite on a reaction?
Technically.
I'm going to. I'm going to go ahead and smite at 2nd level.
oh, I'm gonna.
So 21. Damn.
Jesus.
Indeed. Look at you go.
Fucking paladins.
Now the rest is gonna be dog shit after that.
Hey, you know what? I'll take a reaction. I'll take 28 points of damage.
It
Reaction.
reappears about 30 feet away. And it begins to inhale and is going to cast Frost Breath again. Not cast, but breathe out that fire that you just reignited in its chest.
Oh god, here it comes.
Con saves.
It's doing it again. Be prepared this time.
Holy shit!
Gwen passes.
Arwen.
Arwen passes.
Damn it!
Cass fails.
That's awesome.
Feline.
You rolled a 4 on that.
I know.
Yeah.
So fails. Okay.
It's karma for such great smites.
It's like I knew it was coming.
So again, that is what, 8d10? Yeah, 8d10 cold damage.
Give me like 8.
Ooh,
Ooh.
48 damage
Fuck.
of cold. Cass, I need you to make a DC 24 con save to save your
What the
magic
fuck?
weapon.
Fuck.
Man, this thing would have been perfect for Cinder to be here.
Oh, Cinder was here, we would be doing Icewind for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
I'll
it's a
attack
13.
with my fire sword.
So isn't it half for me?
Yes, so it was only...
24.
24.
I don't even remember what the total was.
You say only 24 as if it wasn't that big of a deal.
Only 24.
Plus 6.
That's
I'm just worried how you're gonna get out of this hole you fell into. Like that,
I got a
if you
bigger
make
problem.
it, just
Gwen
saying.
actually has resistance to cold, so she would have taken even less the first time. But she passed this time, so she's only taking 12 this time. And then we'll add 8 back. Okay. That's its turn.
That's it?
Gwen is going to plow through you, Cass. I need you to make a dex save real quick.
Damn it!
You get knocked prone on your ass as Gwen runs past you. And is going
What are you
to
doing?
leap on this thing and try to bite it.
oh shit.
That's an
Oh
out.
my
She
gosh!
slides off
Oh!
and then turns around and hits for 23 for 14 damage.
Man, Gwen's so cool.
Every time Cass fails a save, we need to take a shot.
Oh man, Austin, we should have planned this.
Oh my god.
You guys
I would be
drunk off
dead.
hand.
I mean, I'm getting there.
We're gonna be anyway. We have nothing to do but drink.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers, Austin.
Arwen.
Drink and
Man.
shine.
Arwen's just kind of watching this crap unfold. She's gonna move out behind this rock. And you know what? I know that Gwen will be okay. I'm gonna do Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
And I have to cast it first.
Max damage.
Wait, so what am I doing?
So you need to shoot first.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought. I was like, wait a minute.
19 will hit. So 11 and an additional
Oh, my bad. I just hit it twice.
10 piercing if it passes or fails to save. Which it does. Okay. How do you want to do this?
I knew you were about to ask me
God.
that. I knew you were gonna freaking ask me that.
I was getting worried. I was like, I have no way of healing anymore.
You remember what happened to
I'm
us?
surprised.
We had ghouls.
So,
Then
I'm
we had
gonna
two
kind of
sharks,
run
then
up
we had Mega Shark.
and like, I don't know.
You also have 4 players versus 2 NPCs.
Yeah.
This is
Just
Power's
run
a
up
little
right
bit-
next to Cass.
Well,
And
admittedly, I didn't hit the shark.
That's true.
I'm just gonna yell at everyone to duck. And I'm just gonna lay into him with these arrows.
I don't think I know how to duck anyway. I get hit
Oh, I'm
by
sorry,
everything.
No, I'm gonna kind of stand like kind of over your legs, not like over you, but over your legs for sure, so I don't hit you, and you don't get hit with anything else.
That's appreciated.
So you're saying you're like using his thigh to fire your shot?
No, I'm standing up.
She was just standing over me, like.
Yeah, I'm standing like literally over him, over his legs, like his mid torso area. I don't know.
So she possibly couldn't fuck up even with a nat 1 and
I
still hit me.
understand now because you're pro.
Yes.
I
No,
was gonna say, I'm like,
laying on top of him with
oh,
the torso. No.
It took me a second too, Zach. I was like, wait, what?
I was like, yeah. So the arrow she shoots over top of you, Cass, suddenly bristles with thorns as it smashes against the side of this thing and explodes. It sends thorns out everywhere within 5 feet. It hits Gwen, but she kind of dodges out of the way, so it's not terrible. Gwen takes 5 piercing damage.
I knew she could handle it.
Oh yeah.
I would not have done that if I knew that it would hurt her a whole lot, right?
And then the frost salamander is covered in thorns. It looks like it rolled through a cactus plant as it falls to the ground motionless.
See, now why wouldn't my bow do that, Icewind? That's a fantastic shot.
I appreciate it.
Man, just think. I'm gonna stand up.
Can you stand up?
Oh, I'm standing up now. Yes, of course. I can only imagine that. I can't. You know, we're gonna give them an earful when they find out what we had to deal with just now.
I can only imagine what they found.
Probably down there playing with boats.
Kalani's probably playing with dolphins. But as long as they're happy, if they are okay.
We need to get out of here before more of those things come up.
Yeah, where should we go? Do you want to go inside where there might be more?
Oh, you lead the way. You seem to have a knack. No, but this is your thing, right? You're like naturist and shit.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong. But first, Arwen needs a hug. Arwen needs a hug if I can find it.
Yeah.
Zach, can we look at that creature? It's not carrying anything, right? Like it's.
Oh, this is totally a beast.
Has a tiny backpack of holding,
Right.
like on its back.
Well, it's not even a beast by specialization. It's actually an elemental. But
Damn.
How about that?
Oh wait, you got your hug people out, Arwen?
I do. But I need to roll something, don't
no, you rolled.
Yeah, your hug people definitely need to come over here and grab both my arms.
Cass, as you look over Arwen's shoulder as you stand up and are, like talking with her, you notice that Valine is almost completely frozen. She is barely standing.
Dang.
Cass, you okay? I can kind of see his face. Like, I don't know, maybe it kind of changed a little bit if you noticed that. You know, a little worrisome. Cass is not there, is he?
Yeah, he just
No, he's not.
I just looked up and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. He's gone.
Cass, why are you gone?
Cass is taking a tinkle. He's trying to defrost Valine a little
You
bit.
can't wait until the entire party's back. You have to go while it's your time. I see how it is.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Listen, when nature calls, you answer.
Just go in a bottle, we'll be okay.
Yeah, that's what I do. He's going to see me.
Please tell me that's not
What
true.
was the question? I'm sorry.
I
I drank
asked
afterwards.
because you see Valine, she's like almost frozen. You see it just barely over my shoulder. I asked you if you're okay because I thought maybe your face changed. And worrisome, you know.
I'll make it. Yes, go ahead and cure Valine. I mean, I've got a few cure wounds I can do.
You're looking right over me. I don't see her. I'm looking at you.
Oh, I don't see her either?
No, you see her.
Oh, then
I
I'm definitely
don't.
going to go
I
cast
see
cure
you.
wounds. Oh, you know what? Actually, better yet, I'm going to use my free shit. Hold on.
Free shit?
Healing
Yeah,
hands.
you know. Yes, lay on hands. Thank you.
Healing
Yeah,
hands.
throw hands.
Not lay on hands. I already used all that.
Healing hands.
That's it.
Healing touch.
I am glad you guys can also play my character because can't find shit half the time.
It's your ratio ability that I believe is an amount equal to your level.
Actually, they updated it, I think, recently, so I'm gonna check.
It restores 10 hit points per long rest.
I was about to say, what's the Monsters of the Multiverse version?
That's
of the
exactly what I'm looking at. As an action, you can touch a creature and roll a number of d4s equal to your proficiency bonus.
44, which is so much worse. Well, it's better or worse.
This says 10. This says 1 per long rest. Touch a creature, restore 10
That's
hit
the old
points.
version. We haven't
Oh.
updated you to the new version. They
All right.
updated the Awesomer in the newest book.
What would you like for me to do then?
So I'll give you the choice. It's either a flat 10 or you can roll 4d4.
I'm rolling the 10. I'm taking the 10, I mean.
Okay.
My odds are stacked against me.
The dice would be stacked against you, yes.
Yes, that's what I meant. You know what?
Are you saying
Yes.
he's stacked?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
The dice are stacked.
Let's say,
Hope they
because
don't
the
repeat.
difference would have been between 10 and 16 if you would have gotten max.
Shits and gigs. There you go. Look at that.
10.
Wow.
Alright.
Anyway, so I do that. I will do healing hands. Restore 10 hit points to Valine.
Thank you, Castiel. That's a little better.
It's what I do.
Do you need a hug? I know I need a hug. I'm going to take a hug from my penguin.
Another one?
Oh, yeah, no. Wait, how many did I get?
I don't know. It's your spell.
Was she unconscious?
She was at 2.
Okay.
She had 2 hit points.
Yeah, I figured, I knew that I had a roll. Possibly something. 6.
Okay, so you heal 11, Arwen. How many more charges?
I mean, unless Cass took one, then there should be 2. 2, I think?
Oh, I didn't take one yet. Do I gotta do something?
You just gotta hug the bear.
Yeah,
Just gotta
that's
hug
cool.
the
How many
bear.
points do I get?
D6.
I hug the bear. Totally hug that bear. This sucked, Arwen. This was horrible.
It was something.
Let's. Are we all good now? Is everybody good?
I mean, I'm better than what I was before. I think I might take another bear hug.
You can heal a number of times equal to 1 plus your spellcasting ability. What's your wisdom modifier?
That's 2?
So 3. So that was it.
Oh. Okay. That's fine. Intolerable.
Okay. I suggest we try to find a way out.
Or we can always peek over and see if they're okay. And then
What's that?
We can we can always peek over the edge and see if they're okay.
Oh, there's no edge. You guys are deep in a cavern. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shit. I forgot about that.
All right. So the wall, does it look like we could scale it or no? That we fell down that 20-foot cliff?
Oh no, it wasn't a 20-foot cliff. It was a 20-foot drop.
From the, like, into this open cavern.
You slid for
like, fell
30
through.
seconds.
Okay, shit. Right. So I guess my question was, that 20-foot drop, is that wall scalable?
It's a big ice cavern. You could probably, with a high enough climbing check, but it would be very difficult to get up to the tunnel you fell out of.
Okay.
Hey Cass, do you have any rope?
Do I have rope? No, I left it over there for the other people to get back up, actually.
Oh. Wait, I think I actually have rope. I think I might have rope.
I did have rope. Funny story. Who would have thought we would have needed it?
Okay, I have rope. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie the rope on the one end of the arrow, and I'm gonna shoot it up and hopefully land on something sturdy enough to where that arrow is not gonna move. Then we can just scale up the wall.
What are you going to do about Gwen?
Yep.
Duh.
Gwen was my thought too. It was a great idea, Arwen. I don't know if it's going to hold her.
Yeah, I don't know if I can climb that.
We just have to find another way out.
I was saying, there's multiple tunnels. Just tell me which direction you want to go. North, south, east, west.
Which way did we come from? The west, you said?
You came from above.
Yeah, well, the creature came from the west. The creature came from the west, so I really would like not to go down that way.
Actually, if we go down the same way he came from, we know that he was topside when he grabbed the fire, so that might be our best path.
That's true. Okay. Let's go.
All right, we'll start heading back towards the way he came from.
Going in the west tunnel.
Yep.
It goes on for about 50, 60 feet before it takes a hard left turn. And goes out into another cavern, which you then see the tunnel that you would guess he came from is another 15 feet in the air. But, I mean, looking around the cavern, it's similar to the one you guys were just in, but you see what looks to be maybe daylight for once, technically, because you wouldn't see daylight before Arl was dispatched, coming through the south wall.
Oh. Okay. I guess we'll try to break through the wall.
That's one way, yeah.
Gwen, charge!
I'll do that.
Okay.
She does kind of look like she's looking somewhere, like off in the distance. I need you guys to make a perception check.
Gwen, you're going.
Yeah, I think I see something.
See something?
What is it, Gwen?
Erwin, as you look across the cavern, you see what looks like a large carved ice, maybe a ship of some type.
If after all this you guys find a ship, I swear.
I'm not sure what you guys did.
If you guys find a boat after what we went through.
Gwyn, what is it? Arwen, what is it?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. I've never seen one before.
Oh, and by the way that it kind of looks, it looks like a ship.
In the ice? Come on, that's ridiculous.
You said that was like an ice ship.
It looks like it's made of ice or carved in ice.
Okay.
At least.
Cass, it's made of ice.
A ship made of ice? Come on. Okay, listen, I know we just had a real tense moment with that creature, but let's not pull jokes now. We need to get out of here. What do you mean an ice ship?
It's just. Do you want to go closer? We can.
Oh, sure. Okay, joke's on me. Let's go take a look, I guess.
Lead the way, Mr. Paladin.
I don't know where I'm going.
Straight. That way. I'm just gonna
You're the one who
point like
sees
that way.
this apparent ice ship. So, okay.
Yeah, Cass, to you it's kind of hard to see. It just looks like weird shapes up against the wall.
Let me guess, this is the hull, huh?
Go for
Ice
it. Yeah,
ship.
there's a ship back there. I am 95.9% sure.
Okay, fine. Let's go take a look.
As you approach, you're walking for a little bit. It seems to get bigger and bigger. By the time you approach, it's probably a good 150, 250 feet long. Like, this is massive.
I told you.
Well, I'll be damned. Thought only angels were frozen in ice, but apparently ships can too.
Looking at it, Cass, you don't think it's frozen in ice. It looks like it's made of ice.
It's not in water, though, right?
No. Looking around, make me an investigation check.
Both of us or just him?
Either way.
Oh, thank God.
You notice towards the front of the ship, at the base, it seems to be on what looks like a slope of some type.
All aboard.
And it looks like there's probably some large rocks in the way.
Like it crashed here?
More like it looks like it was stored.
Looks... Arwen, do you see this rock? I mean, if we nudge these, maybe we can... Maybe... I don't know, but I don't know of any other way to get out of here. We can't climb, obviously. It's all ice. But is there a way to move those rocks, and then... Let's see what happens?
Maybe, but I'm wondering whose boat it is.
Oh, it doesn't matter at this point whose boat this is. Honestly, hopefully it's that one chick's that we don't care about. I can't remember her name, but Carlani doesn't like her.
Or Arl.
Who don't I like?
Arl?
Oh, yes, Arl. It's probably Arl's ship.
Umberly.
That one too. Who knows? But does it?
The
Honestly, it doesn't matter. This is all those people. Yes, and this is life or death. And honestly, we can't afford not to do this.
Looking along the edges of it, you see what looks like runes. Do either of you speak giant?
Oh,
Not
anyway.
even
Yes,
a little
I
bit.
do.
Nope.
I do.
It looks like we do.
Fucking Arwen, man. She knows all the things.
Fucking coming through.
Looking over the runes, they seem to spell out a name.
Okay. They spell. Hey, you see these ruins up on the wall and stuff?
I see symbols, but that's about it.
They spell a name.
In giant, it says saber.
It says saber in giant.
Saber. And these are on the actual like the hull of the ship.
Yeah, looking up,
Oh,
it looks
sure,
like they're
sure.
carved into the actual hole on the front.
Huh. Does I don't read that, Arwen. Does that mean something to you?
Either it's the owner or it's the name of the ship. I know that there are some ship owners who name them.
Oh, sure. It's a rite of passage to name your ship.
Yeah. So either, like I said, this is Saber, or the owner is Saber. I don't know.
Well, the owner would have their name on a title inside the ship. They wouldn't name their boat after themselves. That would be silly.
Hey, you never know.
I believe this ship's name is Saber.
Hello, Saber. Okay.
Doesn't respond.
Are you
Of course
talking?
not.
Arwen, are you trying to talk to this ice sculpture?
Look, I got hit in the head a bunch. Okay.
I was like, yep, she sure did. She did that.
She's pulling a cat. She's trying to talk to her.
Yeah.
I got rubbing off on her.
Yeah.
Did you really?
I
There's
was
only
hit
one-
pretty
Cass
much.
is so proud. He's like, oh.
There's only one way.
Hello, ship.
Only one
But-
way to.
I don't know, dude. Maybe we should go back and at least see what that light is all about, because at least that we know is a way
No,
out.
no.
Maybe.
Listen, I start climbing, or at least trying to climb to the top. As your captain, I suggest we all board.
Go on ahead.
What are
Tell
you
me what
doing
you
to
want.
climb the plain ice ship?
I have no idea yet.
You have no handhold. It is a smooth hole.
In my head, I was just scaling. Arwen, let's try to find a way up. The mast. Is there a mast?
Yes.
Okay.
There are no sails at the moment that you can see, but there is a mast. Yes.
I was thinking her idea with the rope and the arrow climbing up, but we still have the Gwen issue.
Looking around, you see Valina's kind of begun to walk off to the sides, kind of walking down. The hull looks to be in decent condition. If this is seaworthy, I'm not sure. I don't know if it'll survive the sea of moving ice.
Yeah, I was about to say, what do you think about all this one?
It might work. It might be something to look into.
Well, do you know who this Saber is? I mean, is it just the boat? Do you know
I
anything about
have
it?
no idea. It looks to be of giant make. Don't rate giant. She continues to walk the length of it. And when she gets to the back, looking around the edge, she's like, I think there's stairs.
How convenient.
This is why you're on our team, Valine.
Someone
gonna
has
kinda
to be the
walk
brains of
their
the
way.
operation, I
Zach's
guess.
like, these fucking idiots didn't even walk around the boat.
Hey, you're the one who's trying to scale the boat of ice. The ice boat.
I mean, when have you ever seen an ice boat? Oh, okay. Let's. Okay, I'm gonna go towards the stairs. Obviously.
I'm going towards the stairs.
Yeah, the stairs, similar to the stairs that you used before, they're about 4 feet tall. So, definitely made for giants.
Not
As
much.
you begin climbing them, it is difficult, but it takes you a bit of time. Probably about another 15-minute climb all the way to the top.
Holy shit.
When you reach the top, looking over the actual deck of the ship, it looks untarnished. It looks like it was carved and either forgotten or deserted. Or maybe something happened to the owners and you don't know. But this looks pristine.
Arwen, this is perfect.
It's beautiful for being a jet.
And this pathway down has to lead to water. Otherwise, they wouldn't have built it here. It wouldn't make any sense. This would have been for maybe a quick getaway of some sorts.
Valine, what are your thoughts?
I mean, we can try. I don't know if 3 people in an owlbear can pilot or man a giant ship, but we can certainly try to get it moving.
I agree.
We can try.
You're damn right. We'll try.
You guys climb onto the ship.
Yes.
As everyone begins making their way on there, you do notice at the front there seems to be what looks like a large hammer and a spike that has 2 chains attached to it. Very large chains.
And a spike that has 2 chains to it? A very large hammer similar to like the large battle axe that me and Roman seen earlier?
Yes, you get the feeling that it's going to take more than one of you to lift it, if you so choose to.
That's a pretty big hammer.
Gwen, can you give me a hand?
It's kind of attached, but sure. Holds out her
What do you
hand
mean
for you.
No, that's... Okay, no, I need help moving this item, Gwen. Quit being so literal.
Oh, I mean, you could have just said that, Cass. Okay.
Ugh.
Walks over to the hammer.
It's just an expression. A figure of speech, have you. Give me a hand simply means help me with something.
I'm still kind of new to this whole talking thing. Sorry.
That's
You're
fair.
doing great, sweetheart.
Thanks.
Okay, so how is this hammer impeding this now? Like, what's the situation?
It looks like it was set up. I guess make an intelligence check, Cass.
No, fuck me.
I'll say you have advantage because Gwen is helping you.
Ain't gonna help.
Wait, Gwen is helping him with intelligence?
Yep.
I should have disadvantage.
That's great. That's fucking great.
What a world.
The 10 intelligence owlbear is trying to help the paladin.
Wait, isn't Cass only beat her by 1?
I think
No, he's got a plus fucking 0.
it's a 9.
So wait, Gwen is smarter than Cass?
When it comes to intelligence, maybe. Wisdom, I'm wise.
Oh my god.
Is your
Ish.
intelligence a 10 or an 11?
My intelligence is an 11.
Okay,
I'd
so
say,
you're
yeah,
smarter
beat
by
her by
1.
I think
You
we've had this
understand
conversation.
sayings and how things work, whereas she's very, okay, sure, if that's what that means.
As long as this smarter individual knows what's going on.
Between the two of you, you get the feeling that maybe if you smash the spike, something will happen with the chains being let loose, or maybe pulling up the spike somehow, maybe knocking it over. It's got something to do with the spike and chains.
Okay. How big is the spike?
Probably about 4 feet tall,
Okay.
but rather
Why are
thick.
they at Kaiwani? Like the ship expert, I feel like. The knowledgeable
Alright.
person.
Here's what's going to happen, Gwen. Are you ready? First,
Ready for what?
okay. First, I cast Find Steed.
Okay.
I get up on
Summon
my
your
horse.
sword. Or your horse. Alright.
Yes. I get up on the horse, and Gwen, I want you to stand on both of your hind legs.
She
And I want
stands
you to
up and
stand-
she's about 13 to 15 feet tall. You can't estimate, really. She's just huge.
Okay, I too stand up on top of thy horse.
She's face to
Is
face
the
with you.
horse's feelings still hurt?
Okay. I can't. I didn't hear what.
Is the horse's feelings still hurt?
I don't
About
know.
The way you treated
No,
it last time?
He's fine. He's fine. We're going to take this hammer and swing down on this thing together.
Oh, okay.
I want you to use all of your strength, and let's hammer it down.
See her put her big, meaty fucking paws on this hammer, trying to hold it. Of course, she doesn't have fingers, so it's more of a hold than it is a control.
But I'm the guide, because that's why I'm standing on top of the horse to help guide it in the right direction. She's the strength.
Okay. Yep. So she lifts it at least to where the hammerhead is up in the air, as you are standing next to it.
Now
Okay.
give it all she's got.
All who's got?
Just swing down on the thing really hard.
Okay. She kind of like pushes it forward. As the hammer smacks against the spike, it goes into the top of the deck, and the chains begin clattering away.
Arwen, or Gwyn, what'd you do?
Did you do good? I don't know.
I did what you told me to do.
I don't
What do
remember saying
you
that, but-
mean? Everyone.
I don't know what's happening.
Well, you hear the chains hit the ground as it kind of echoes through the cavern, and it suddenly feels like the ground beneath you is moving, and you're moving in the same direction. So the world around you begins to slowly move as the boat begins grinding against the floor and sliding.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Well, it looks like we're going.
What did you do?
Blame your penguin. I don't know.
What? She didn't even know what a cookie was until just like 2 months ago.
But she knows how to handle a mallet.
Oh
I think
god.
we're gonna hit that wall.
Oh god, brace yourself.
Everyone
Oh
make
no.
me a straight dex roll. As this ship suddenly collides against the wall, shattering the wall around it.
Y'all have +4, by the way. Fuck!
Oh my
This tracks because I'm standing on top of my horse.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Wait, you're standing
what
on
is
the
the
horse?
horse's dex?
Do what?
What is the horse's dex?
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, what's funny is that I completely forgot about the horse until just whenever he says something.
Well,
Jesus.
I was only standing that tall to try to get on fucking Gwen's level.
I would say Gwen rolled
Oh,
an 8.
horse has
So.
a +0 dex.
Okay,
The horse has 0 dex.
so just roll me a d20. 12? Okay.
I didn't roll.
13, that works. And Valine. Valine is not super. Yeah, that's a 3. So the wall hits, and Arwen, you're the only one that seems to brace for this. As suddenly everyone goes forward and almost face plants into the deck of the ship.
They found
As there is
and then
ice everywhere, just shattered.
they found a ship and then instantly
Y'all
ran it
okay?
into a wall.
I've heard a story about this. They called it the Titanic.
Oh my god.
Similar with ice and ships. I'm not sure. Have you heard that one, Arwen? Have you heard of the Titanic?
It's a really weird thing to have a conversation about while you're face first on the fucking deck of the ship. Suddenly, Cinder, Roman, Seth, Kailani, you see a very large chunk of ice go flying all over the place.
Oh, what the shit?
Oh God, what now? What's coming after us now? I can't.
I don't want to die again. What the hell's happening?
Guns at the ready to shoot.
Yeah. for
You
sure.
notice what looks like a very long... Maybe that's the hull of a ship, maybe? But it's floating. It's at least a weird shape of ice that's now floating above you guys in the water. But everything else is just large chunks around it.
Do we have to dodge anything? Like, is anything sinking, or is this just all happening on the
Technically, we're
surface?
underwater, so
Yeah, you guys are all
just have-
underwater. You just see a lot of large chunks of ice hit the surface of the water above you.
Okay. Oh,
They're not
you guys,
sinking or anything. They're just floating.
What if there was an avalanche on the cliff face? Should we go check on our friends?
I swear to God, if they found a boat and we came down here just for me to get my side bitten out for nothing, I will be so pissed.
I mean, we could have
Oh
also
my
just
God,
waited
I
a
am-
day so
I-
Kailani could contact Anjajuk.
Yeah, why didn't we just do that?
I'm okay. I'm gonna swim over to Seth and be like, "You're right. You're right. I'm sorry, buddy. Here, and let me cast. Let Let me do one of these bad boys here.
It's like you've had time to think about this.
Well, yeah.
Oh shit.
4th level.
Nice.
I clicked a but. Yep.
Jeez.
Yep. You're welcome, Seth.
Where the fuck have you been all my life?
Give Seth a week. Like, I got you, buddy. Don't worry.
So you said it looks like the hull of a ship?
Yeah, looks like the hull of a ship from underwater.
Okay. I'm gonna swim up to it.
Yeah. I'll go with you.
Might as well.
As you guys
I-
break out of the water, you see Cass riding on his noble steed. Wind in the
Get
air.
back up on
I
it.
Eldritch
off of
Fist
his
the
noble
ship.
steed.
As you guys break the surface of the water, you see absolutely nothing because it's a very, very tall ship.
Once they get on board, they shall see.
Can I
Looks like it's made of
kinda
ice. Do any of you speak giant?
Oh,
Nope.
that's a good question. I don't think I do. No.
So Dwarvish and Giants share the same script, right?
Nice try.
Similar, but not the same.
Okay. Then no.
Your guess is it says something about a sword, maybe? I don't know.
Okay.
What was the name of the ship again?
Wait,
I'm
should
gonna
we?
use my.
Saber.
I am going to use my winged boots to fly up onto the deck of the ship.
As you fly up
Careful,
top,
Roman.
you see what looks to be a sprawled out owlbear, a paladin, and horse that are now on their face. You also see Valine that is now on her ass as she's sliding across the ship. And Arwen, who's just kind of standing there with the chaos around her.
I just kind of look over at Roman and just start waving like, "Hi."
She's like perfectly balanced
Hi.
and everything, just like
Look
not
at
a
me
hair
go.
out of place.
I see. This is gonna save us a lot of time.
You
You
wouldn't
don't look
believe
so
what we had
good.
to go through to get this ship.
I'm just gonna kind
You
of like
wouldn't
keep on
believe the
smiling at
kind of
Roman
things
like,
we
"You don't
found
look
down
so
there."
You
good."
don't want to know we just faced down there.
Oh, what?
You guys
you
want
want
to
to
know?
sauna?
A giant, evil, corrupted demon shark.
Wait,
As
am I
well
the only
as
one still in the
20
ocean?
ghouls.
And
Guys,
Seth and
Kevin Bacon.
Kailani are the only two that are still in the water because I know Cinder can fly and Roman can also fly.
Is the boat just like going and we're just like, what the fuck?
It's floating.
I was gonna say, I don't think we're like moving. We're
You
just
guys,
here.
you better hurry. We don't know really how to work this thing. We're just
Yeah,
on it.
I
just let me
do.
climb.
And I'm just gonna fly over and see if I can make sense of the controls.
Oh, good, because it ain't me.
Is there
we
any way
got
to
it this
climb
far
up the
though.
ship?
Climb? No.
So there's not like little steps or anything for it, like you see on the sides of other ships?
Steps? No.
Arwen, throw your rope.
Yes,
You guys can make an investigation check to look around the boat for anything.
that is true.
Sure.
I'm gonna do that instead for right now.
Well, that's
Maybe
true.
there's a
I'm-
ladder or something. There's usually some type of safety feature on the
Um,
boat.
I'm gonna
I'm
detect
gonna-
magic
Not a whole
on
lot
the
of
boat.
help. Oh,
Seth from the ground?
From the water?
From the
Yeah.
water?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I still investigate.
genius on that to make that a 24 on my investigation check.
Okay, Roman, as you're looking around, you do notice what looks like a rolled up ladder.
Okay. I'm gonna grab it and, kind of toss it over the side to, give them something to climb up on.
Yeah, the steps on this ladder are as wide as you are tall.
Oh, Jesus.
So it falls very rapidly and smashes against the water.
I was gonna say, Zach, if it smashes against me, I'm gonna be so pissed.
I was gonna say,
Suddenly
do we
Seth
have
is hit by the ladder.
Death by boat ladder.
It looks climbable, but definitely going to be difficult on a moving ship and for as big as the steps are.
Are we still underwater?
Nope.
No, you're not.
You're top
Seth and I are. You
Okay,
can fly up.
okay. Yeah, I'm just
Seth,
gonna
you
fly up
go
there.
first.
All
Seth,
right,
you
I'll
go
give it
first.
a try.
I can swim faster. I'm like swimming to keep up.
Roman said we found a ship.
I see. Great job,
Yeah.
Cass. High five.
It really wasn't me. I didn't believe Arwen. Arwen, she was like, "Oh, there's a ship." And I was like, "Yeah, right. Okay, whatever." And then here we are.
Wow,
Well,
he actually,
Arwen
that's actually what happened. But warning, there are giant lizard-looking things in the blue.
You wouldn't believe what we had caught.
There are giant, evil, psychic, weird sharks in the water.
I don't hear this,
those
but
two.
And there's
Um,
also Roman. Roman is not allowed that axe anymore.
Guys, where's Kailani and Seth?
They're climbing up.
I'm trying to push
I'm
Seth
gonna
up a
point at
ladder.
them as they're struggling to
Thanks,
climb
Ruben.
up the thing.
They're struggling with the ladder right now.
Yeah, it's like a weird acrobatic show as Roman's helping Kailani and Seth climb a ladder.
Why don't we toss them a rope?
I mean, you could do
They
that
have
too.
a rope.
I can.
You know
I'm
what?
just gonna
There's a
toss over
much
the rope.
faster and easier way for this, and I'm just gonna point out one of my discs and just throw it at Kailani.
Careful.
Do you accept the teleport?
I do, but I don't want to leave Seth stuck on a. Can I bring him with me?
Nope.
I'm gonna be using mine on him next.
All right. Okay, Seth, don't fall. I'll be right back. And then
Kailani is
Alright.
suddenly gone.
And
Does what
then
he-
I'll throw another disc at Seth.
I just picture
Alright.
Roman frisbee
I'm in.
golfing.
He's gonna do what he did to Cass. Get ready, and then forget to
I have enough this time.
Don't worry, I got one for you too, Seth. Bye.
Bye.
Like, you lied to me!
I counted.
No,
I
I
had
got
enough
you. Oh,
this
my
time.
bad, dog.
I'm ready. Where is it?
As everyone is now on the deck of this very large ship made of ice. It's
Listen,
floating.
Hi, guys.
this is great. I'm so happy, but I'm also really pissed off. We had a whole plan. We've been underwater for hours. We fought many things trying to find a boat, and you guys just pull a boat out of the side of a cliff?
It took us
I'm
Are you
just gonna
kidding
kind of
me?
like grab Kalani and be like, shh.
Nas,
You know.
get him here.
Yep.
I'm really stressed out.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not
It's
saying
okay.
that. I look at
Colonel,
Arwen like
what
the
the
brains
hell
of the
happened to
operation,
them?
right?
This was all literally an accident. Like,
No, it wasn't,
okay,
Arwen.
kinda. Okay, you. You
No,
should-
we planned this from the get-go. Brains of the operation. Remember that.
I-
Yes.
You wouldn't
Donut.
have found it if it weren't
While
for an
they're
accident.
arguing,
I look over at Arwen like, I know the truth.
Arwen, I believe you.
I
100.
believe Arwen, honestly.
Yeah, we all believe Arwen. No role needed.
Come, Chauncey.
while
The
they're
horse
Well,
stands
the
back
ice.
up.
see if I
Horses
can
We
Nice.
fell through the
find
ice because of the giant
the steering
creature.
mechanism for the ship.
There is a very large wheel.
Oh, okay. That was fast.
I was about to say, it's the big thing at the top. Looks like a wheel for a normal ship, but made of
Kalani,
ice.
you were on a ship. Can you manage a ship?
I mean, yeah, I actually I can. And I have navigators tools. So yeah, I can get us where we need to go.
There
Could
we
I
go, Captain Kalani.
Reach the wheel?
You might need a couple things to stand on.
Just stand on Gwen.
But I mean, you can
Oh.
reach up and grab like one of the spokes on it and just kind of like move it one at a time.
Can I see over the deck of the ship so that way I can see where we're at? Like I need to be able to see the stars to map and in front of us, obviously.
Currently, everything is shrouded in mist or fog.
Okay. Well, this will be slow going, guys, because we don't want to crash into an ice ship. Have you heard the story of the Titanic?
Yes.
You have.
No, I have not.
As have I. Yeah. Terrible story happened to a ship at sea. Yeah, we don't want to relive that for sure.
Zach, just in case, I'm casting Detect Magic while on the ship.
I'm gonna start going. If there's a downstairs, I'm gonna start looking around because we didn't do that.
Really good idea.
I'm gonna join you guys.
Yeah.
Same.
I like to explore the ship more, honestly.
I'm gonna
We're
step
all
over to the
leaving
side.
Kalani to deal with the ship while we fucking explore.
That's
places.
okay.
I'm gonna
that's-
help
guys.
Kailani with dealing with the ship. I
Roman.
have cartography tools that I can use. So
Like-
Thank
Okay,
you.
so
And I'm
I'll
gonna
s-
also toss some coins off the side of the ship.
I guess
and
I'll stay on the
quick
surface and be whatever assistance I can be.
I mean, Seth, they should handle it. I mean, they're both trained pilots. What do you call these people?
Captains.
Captains.
Pilots.
Well, they're not really.
I mean, I'm used to
They're-
much smaller
They're
boats.
completely captains. Cass.
Seaman. The word you're looking for is seaman.
Yes,
That's dirty.
Sea
Stop it.
women.
but Kailani's not necessarily. Is she?
Sea ladies.
Yes.
You know,
I
Cass.
call them sea lads.
Listen.
I went downstairs. You're not talking to me.
You're not talking to me. I'm not even there.
Yeah, who the
Right,
fuck are you
you?
talking to? You went downstairs by
Me,
yourself
I'm the one
then.
who went with him.
Yes.
I'm with him.
Oh, and you. So it's
Good keeping
me and
down there.
Cinder.
I just hear him talking shit
Yeah, it echoes through the ship.
and yelled out, I'll have you know, I was hired to board many a sea vessel and protect them and say prayers over them. It is very lucky to have a cleric of Umberly on a sea vessel.
Seth
Everyone
just in
knows
the
this,
background,
Cass.
just Seth Becker just as she was also hired to eat people. Watch out, Cass.
And she's also an Umberly magnet. So yeah, that's plus.
No, I have
Goddess
my
of the
amulet of
sea?
proof against detection and location. I am completely not a magnet at all. They cannot track me or see my location.
Let's take her coin and see if she still feels the same way.
Plus, I trust her because she has a goddess of the sea on her side. So
Kalani, make me a religion check while you're talking.
and we die.
And we
you-
die.
Do I have any type of advantage I can use? Because I'm really not that good at religion. Oh,
17.
17.
Okay. The ship feels blessed, as far as you know.
You guys, you can't feel this, but I feel it. And my blessing has worked.
Everyone else that has left of the deck of the ship and begun exploring the inside, it looks like it's mostly empty. There's not really a whole bunch of supplies or anything on it. It doesn't look like it was stocked to be launched. It looks like it was made and forgot. You do see
There's no leaks and things.
you see what looks like bunks made of a shelf of ice, you would assume. They have chains that are kind of holding it up so it doesn't break upon laying down. They're probably a good 10 feet thick. Definitely sized for giants.
Wow. Those are pretty big beds.
So should we be concerned that we brought the sun out?
You roll what that?
What?
Well, the sun is out now, and we are on a nice ship.
Here comes the sun.
Oh,
I mean,
Doo-doo.
yes, of course, but I mean, it's still freezing cold, Cass.
Well, sure. Global
I
warming,
feel
you
like
say?
as long as the temperature's
That plainer
quite
warning.
cold, I think we'll be fine. And even if it does start to melt, it will take forever.
Right, I hope so. Okay, right. Oh, you're probably right.
But we will keep an eye on it.
Holy shit! Does Cat just say that Cinder's right?
He did. He completely agreed with
He
you.
agreed with you with melting of ice. Yes, he did.
Bro, that's like an achievement.
Trust of the Warlock achievement unlocked.
Yeah!
Achievement
1% of players achieve this achievement.
Hell yeah, that's
It's worth like
you can do
500
advantage
Xbox
for that. You
points.
should get inspiration.
Cinder, I don't see anything that would help us at all. But
No, not
we
really.
could probably rest at best case scenario if we actually had some blankets, maybe, because we couldn't sleep on this.
I mean, yeah, you might need some.
I mean, again, Feline speaks up. I can cast a spell that gives us shelter. So.
Oh, very good.
Are you in? Your turn.
I'm going to walk up. Wait, is Seth with us or is Seth up there?
I'm upstairs.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to Arwen and then Primordial. I need you to go get Seth.
You what?
I
I'm
need you
sorry.
to go get Seth.
Okay. I speak back in primordial. Alright. Keep
Just
cast distracted, I guess. Since I guess this is just between you and me.
yes.
Okay.
And I'd say I'm gonna walk up topside.
I don't know why, but now I'm nervous.
I'm gonna go get south, I guess.
Hey, let me.
Okay.
South, do you speak primordial?
Does Cass? No, he does not.
No,
Oh,
said
I
south.
do not.
Oh.
Okay,
I speak Undercommon, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
oh, in Elvish, I whisper,
Just do a
that Cinder wants you.
I respond for Elvish.
both.
Okay.
I met you both.
Ew. Well, let's go.
All right. Let's go.
Kalani overhears it and says in Elvish, "Okay,
No.
but don't be long. I may need some help."
Oh, okay. I trust you.
Eavesdropper.
I trust her over
You see
anything.
his like, you see his Roman's nodding his head, but is currently like messing around with a compass and like paper, trying to get cartography set up.
Look over at Roman. I'm like, I fucked up.
No, like,
At least he's
Roman,
having fun.
Look over here. No, we're on this side of the island. Cause look, see the features here, and I'm helping him.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
you're
go south.
right. And then I just start scratching out and making changes to the map.
Let's go. let's go.
We got this.
Let's go.
Even more.
Let's go before they drag us into this. Right, so I guess I follow her to Cinder.
So tonight, when we're all taking a rest, if you're up for it, I'm gonna bring you both into the ring.
You can do that?
I can do that now. My patron allows me to. No offense, but I know Cass is not going to want to. Valen, maybe. Kailani, I'm not so sure of currently. And I mean, Arwen, if you want me to, I can bring Gwen in there as well.
You can fit.
Yes.
Oh.
This is it's a lot bigger on the inside than on the outside.
I'm just kind of like looking at the ring, like,
I would like to see it.
And honestly, I do not feel if Roman will or not.
I think Roman would try to learn how it works.
Yeah, if anything, I think that
I
he would just.
feel like there's much judgment between me and Roman after the trial of cruelty.
What makes you say that?
Just the looks he gives me. He was horribly against.
Oh,
what we did.
the one where
The trial of cruelty where we literally
Cruelty,
murdered
yes.
3 people.
Yeah, they weren't happy with me either, but
4.
I'm kind of used to it.
Well,
So.
one got killed by the other guy, so yeah.
I know you guys are having this conversation in Elvish, and I can't understand it or whatever you guys are speaking. But are you in front? Are you near me having this conversation?
You're downstairs, right?
Yes.
We're upstairs.
up the
Oh, okay. Sorry, because I was
In
thinking
common.
I'm over here like a dog, like
Kalani is
pressing
downstairs.
keywords, like.
Or
No,
somewhere.
I share
don't know anymore.
I share no like common languages, so I'm just saying common.
Oh, okay, cool.
So wait, so you're talking in common right now? Can I hear you?
Whispering.
No, they left. They're not near you.
They're basically at the
Oh, I
back
was
of the ship.
They're like 100 feet away from us.
You're
Okay.
like I was about to say you were on
And
a
me-
giant fucking ship.
Okay, I was just
Also,
checking because
wind,
me and Roman are
ice,
super
water.
distracted.
You're like at the wheel, and we're at the
Dolphins.
front of the ship, away from everybody.
Yes. No, Roman and I are probably very much
There's a
involved
very
in what we're
loud
trying to do.
fucking
You're looking
seagull
over
for
the
some
dolphins like,
reason.
I can talk back in that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just trying to figure out where my bearings.
Oh no, you're good.
Nautical talk.
But
Bless it.
yeah. Okay.
It has a little to do with the egg. It is fine.
Which is what I was going to bring up,
But
is that I kind of need to check on the egg.
Unknowingly, it has changed.
Changed.
Changed?
What do you mean?
It's not a silver dragon as we first thought.
Uh-oh.
Now I'm curious. Well, now I'm
Nas-
eager for Nightfall.
Nas, would I know what Ezbit turned it into? Like, would he have given me
He didn't
like
turn
some
it into
information?
anything. He exchanged.
Exchanged.
And
Would
no,
he
you
tell
would not.
me? No.
Nope.
No. Oh, God, that seems a little rude. I need some information.
Is the egg already hatched?
No, it's just become more floaty.
Huh?
What?
The shells around it is kind of like floating, and it's become more translucent.
So you can see it?
Can I make an intelligence check on what kind of egg that would be or anything like that?
At disadvantage because you wouldn't know either.
I'm not really sure what it was, but it was. We thought it was a silver, but then it slowly just
Let's take
changed.
the 5.
No, nothing that I did. I can't just change shit like that.
Yeah, you're not sure. That sounds
Yeah, I
right.
know.
Okay, so then
So
at nightfall, we'll
when
go
you
into the
see
ring
this,
and look.
and it hatches, I need you to at least help me to deal with Cass, because I feel like he's gonna pin this on me.
I mean, he already judges you like harsh, so
I mean,
I
and
agree.
didn't use. I mean, who did it do it by itself?
From my knowledge, yes.
The egg did it by itself.
From my
Your
knowledge,
patron
yes.
didn't do anything with it. You didn't do anything with it.
No.
Okay.
Hmm.
Can I
I'm
answer
curious.
that?
Plus, I want to talk to you
over there?
about your patron more in depth later anyway. But we'll get back to that eventually at some point in the future. We'll put a pin on it for now.
Either way, yes, we will come back
Friday.
whenever everyone is asleep, and we will go into the ring with you.
You can work that day if you want.
Oh, interesting. All right.
Have to say this eggs
What?
already offset.
Okay,
So
that
Friday.
sounded bad.
That went a lot better than expected.
Get me up.
Knowing the judgmental from the entire, most of them. And them describing what to do with me when I wasn't myself.
Well, yeah,
Little
I did kind
hurtful,
of want
but
to hit you in the head a couple times, but
not by my doing.
I mean, you can be negative, but I've seen worse from lesser people, so honestly, you're not that bad to me.
and I've dealt with a lot worse.
I know, we deal with Cass every day.
Well, not only that, but
Speaking of,
basically running a military
so
and fighting.
you put me in
Let's just wait.
You put me in a precarious situation because by contract with him, technically, I'm supposed to protect the egg.
Oh, the egg is protected.
Exactly, and it's changed. So, therefore, the contract's not violated because the egg hasn't been damaged or broken or anything. So now I'm curious.
Look at him trying to find
This
those
is
loopholes.
the worst.
Trying to find those loopholes.
Can I finish before you cut me off? Jesus
If anybody
Christ.
was gonna find a
Fuck.
loophole, it would be the one that does contracts all the time.
I mean, now I don't want to bring it up because you're all brazen a stink about it. Jesus.
The people that
we're not
aren't
even
there, the people that aren't there are.
Yeah, don't listen to us.
Yeah,
This
I was
is
just gonna
hilarious.
say let's just wait until nightfall before we void out anything.
I just avoid it out because Cass has been on my ass about it.
Well,
Honestly.
I can't
you're
hear
not
this.
wrong
It's
for
fine.
that.
You're good. I can't hear this. Go ahead and speak.
Let's talk about Cass while he can't talk to us.
No, because then Jess would be like, oh, hold on, and start
Like they
yelling at
did
us.
for 8 hours while I was with you.
Either way, before you even void anything out, you should at least look at it. And we do plan to come back and looking, going inside the ring.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can always check on it then. Don't void anything out. I don't want you to lose out any money.
Yeah.
But I mean, by the way that it sounds alright. I mean, is it still intact? It's not damaged anything, is it?
And it's not broken either.
No. It's still an egg, and it's still
just
close to hatching.
Changed. It'll be okay. We'll cross the Cass Bridge whenever we get there.
That sounds like a very unstable bridge.
Would you rather wait? I would much rather wait than have him freak out and then cause more, stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, do I like lying to him? No, I'm not really lying to him, but
Like the monster hunter and the lady with a owlbear, I feel like are going to be the two best to have inside of this.
I appreciate how you're not calling me a bounty hunter, because I'm not a bounty hunter. I'm a monster hunter.
You don't hunt people. You
No,
hunt monster from what I was sound.
but
There's a
people get it
difference.
confused and it bugs me. It's like, no, I'm a monster hunter. I hunt monsters. I don't typically protect monsters. So this is an odd contract, but it is what it is.
So,
Well, that's it.
we'll meet back here, I guess, at one of everyone's.
Right then, so tonight we'll check out the eggs, see what's up with it.
Out of character, I don't know if we figured this, but did Valen or Roman know identify?
Valen does not.
And Roman would have identified the axe before attuning to it if he had one. In fact, I
Okay.
don't actually think artificers can learn identify. Now that I
Yes,
think
they
about it.
can.
Oh, they can. Well, I'll probably have
That's
to change
that's a
things up in the
huge
future.
thing for artificers is identify and detect magic.
Is it?
You know, for like their
Yeah.
magic items that they're kind of centered
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, well, I'll have to switch that another day. Artificers are like clerics in the fact that they can switch in between long rests. So,
Can they? That's awesome.
mhm. It's it's why artificers are like actually like really good.
Oh yeah, and also creating magic items.
Well, you create your own magic items. You can change you get your whole spell list, and you can switch them in between long rests.
You can pick 4 infusions and change them during a long rest.
Yeah, you get to change your infusions during long rests. You can change your for armors. You can change your armor during a long rest. Like artificers are really like I can make a tool for any problem.
They're a support class, by and by.
Yeah. So
Speaking of, after that, Cinder's gonna walk towards to where Roman would be, which I'm assuming is near Kailani, trying to figure out where the fuck we're going.
yeah, we're still trying to chart our course.
Yeah, heads are together. We're looking at maps that we're drawing, and then I'm like reaching up as high as I can and turning the wheel, and then correcting when we're like, oh wait, no, this way, and oh look out for that. Okay, so we got to go this way, and we're like pretty intensely
Walking
trying
up
to
there-
not crash us.
Roman, I see you use a pistol all the time. I was thinking you might want to use something that does a little more damage, as I'm gonna hold out a laser rifle.
Laser rifle.
We found a bunch of these, and
Yeah, I've got one too.
and
I know,
everyone
it's
just
so
kind of left
funny.
them.
I'm sorry.
I picked up a bunch of these because they were just left behind.
Laser pistols, laser rifles, like it's just funny to think of.
I love blazers in my high fantasy
Each-
game.
Each of these has 30 shots on it, but by the look at your pistol, it doesn't look like you would spend the
Well-
uses.
May I? I'm gonna hold out my hands.
Oh yeah, I'll hand it to him.
Okay. I take a look at it. It looks like it has a very similar firing mechanism to the pistol, maybe just a bit of a longer barrel and more of a well for the charge. I think I could adapt my current my current system to make this work a little bit better. The one issue I see, or I could see, is the fact that it does require. I couldn't hold this easily one-handed, so I'd have to
Oh, no.
probably get rid of my shield.
It is completely two-handed.
I'd have to get rid of my shield, but I think I
damage
know
output.
someone who could use this a little bit better than I could.
The damage output is well.
Um,
And no
so you don't
offense-
mind if I take this?
Oh no, I have a few extras.
Well, I think you might want to come with me for this.
Keep this as a symbol. Wait, why?
Why?
I'm gonna grab my shield that I have. I haven't used it in a minute, so it's like strapped to my back. I'm like, we're gonna go give this to someone who's gonna use it a lot better.
Who?
And then we're gonna go and find Cass.
Cass has one.
Cass has one.
He doesn't have one like mine.
No, he don't.
You know what? On second thought, I think I'm just gonna hold on to it. No offense, I do not trust him. With
No,
this.
no, I'm not talking. I'm keeping the rifle. He's gonna get my shield.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that.
Oh my
That's
god,
fine.
you can activate Aegis or whatever. That's all you've wanted to do this whole time is say
See
that
this
phrase.
as a
The
symbol of
Aegis is part of the
trust.
armor, unfortunately.
Oh, well, whatever. He's been
But my
obsessed with your,
shield
like,
is a plus
catchphrases.
2 shield, so it would add 4 AC.
Holy balls.
Holy balls.
I said it.
The balls are not holy.
They could be.
They shouldn't
There's
be.
always stronger than
I'm not touching that one.
Don't
So
touch them.
I go
Do
and I
not touch
find
the holy balls.
Cass, and I'm like, Cass.
Yeah, as you see,
um,
Cass, he's trying to nest. He's trying to find a way to make a comfort into an ice block, but it's not working. Yes.
He's nesting.
Yes, Roman. Hi. Yeah, I'm glad we found you.
Hey, I'm glad we found you too, buddy. So, Cinder, I'm gonna point to Cinder, who's clearly not over by me because he was reluctant to come down here in the first place.
I went. Hesitantly, I would have gone.
Cinder was kind enough to outfit me with a new laser rifle, and I figured I'd spread the love around. He gave me something new. I'd like you to have this.
I've
gonna
tried to
give you-
shoot. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And I'm going to give you the shield, which is, I'm going to tell you that it's magic. And you'll find that it works probably a little bit better than the one you currently have.
Well, he looks like Puss in Boots right now, just like with the big beady eyes and tears coming out. Thank you.
Don't fall for it. It's a trap.
but how are you to protect yourself if I have your shield?
Oh, don't worry. I've been keeping an eye on how our boy Cinder here has been fighting, and I think I can probably replicate that fighting style. He seems to be well outside of the realm of danger anyway. And then I'm just gonna fly up like 5 feet in the air and then come back down.
Wait, what?
He's a mimic. He's mimicking you.
You can shoot Eldritch Fists as well.
Well, with this, and I haven't had a chance to switch over my infusion yet, but I'm gonna take, like, if we're at aim point where I can shoot to the sky and not hit the ship, I'm gonna shoot off my pistol a couple times.
If you walk
You hear
onto the deck of the
Kailani
ship,
go,
you
no,
can.
it's cool, guys. I
We're
got this.
gonna
I
go-
only
okay,
have
bye,
one
Cass.
level of
We're gonna go back
exhaustion. It's
upstairs.
cool.
We're-
I'll just steer the ship.
By Cass, we're gonna go back upstairs so Seth, he can shoot off some rounds.
Well,
I'm just like, going full like Midwestern American here.
Cass, as you leave Cass, he's sitting on the ground, just. It's beautiful, my precious.
Roman, what did you do?
No, what is it, by the way, Roman? For real.
It is a +2 shield.
Okay.
So
created a
in total, it adds 4 AC. So 2 from the shield and 2 from the armor.
Enchantment.
Holy fuck. Okay.
You already used a shield with your 19, right? Like,
Yes,
so it'd be.
So that would bring you to 21.
22, right?
22. 'Cause
Well,
you
if you have
only had
19 right now and you're currently using a shield,
Yes.
so
It'd be a +2
20
for
and then
that.
21. Because
19 plus 2
you're
makes
using a
21.
shield, and so
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
+2, not +3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. Hell yes. Well, thanks, Roman. I appreciate that.
no problem, buddy. Hey, and I'm gonna look kind of over to Cinder and realize I probably shouldn't say what I'm gonna say next. But we can get a drink later. We're gonna be on this trip for a while.
All you hear is, "Aww."
You just made a bestest best friend. You have no idea.
Hold up. So I give you a gun, a firearm, and you make friends with him.
This is
Don't
why
you
I
see
have
the
a high
logic in
knowledge.
this?
Shouldn't there be an apology for all the judgmental things talking about him? And that 8-hour trip.
8 hours? Who said this is going to take 8 hours?
No, the 8 hours.
Gilligan did.
No, the 8 hours we were walking from the castle to the dock.
Oh, yeah.
And they were doing nothing but shitting on me.
I give you a gun, and you make best friends with him?
I at least wish an apology from you both.
Well, I think we can manage an apology at the very least. And Cass, this is another reason I wanted to talk to you. While we were down in the ocean, we discovered that our friend Cinder here had been inflicted with madness, like me and you. And you know that we weren't in control of ourselves when that happened. So
right.
I am willing to forgive him for the things that he has done, because ultimately that wasn't really him.
True.
And you know, he's even giving me a weapon, and because of my new weapon, you have that new shield. So I think that we can safely put this all behind us. Don't you agree?
Okay. To a certain degree, Roman, and I understand what you're saying, and yes, I will give it the old college try, as you people say.
Strixhaven try.
The old Strixhaven try. But just I fear. Yes. Okay.
Castiel, the egg is still completely safe.
You and I will talk later, Roman. But yes, okay, yes, you're right. We shall give him the benefit of the doubt. Let bygones be bygones. Is that accurate? Is that right?
Yes.
Or until the next shady thing. Correct. Got it.
Me shady. That's a little insulting.
Is that fair, Roman?
I do nothing shady.
Right. But
I think that, Cass, I understand where you're coming from, and you know what? It is hard to trust people. But I think that we can't hold his actions against him. He wasn't himself, and since then, he's been a boon to the party.
No doubt.
Helping you by extension. He's
no doubt about it.
He is doing the right thing, and until we have a reason to truly distrust him, I think that we should give him our trust.
Cassio, I'm one of the two reasons why we found the codicil and we're able to reverse Sorrow's effect on these lands. Oh God,
Jesus!
What the fuck?
Sorry, guys. We listen, guys. Listen. I'm not Cinder. I hope you understand that I don't think of you as shady and in it for yourself by any means.
Insight.
How shady do you think he is? As you roll deception or perception or persuasion.
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 I would like to tell the truth, but
oh my God! Plus fucking 8, and I couldn't even do it. Okay, listen. I'm not saying that you are the end all be all. Just like you're an evil creature by any means. I do feel as if you are being ruled by something evil.
I'm not.
What?
I'm not ruled by something.
You're being controlled.
I'm not. I'm not being controlled, Castiel. I follow him out of love and volition. Think of this. He brought me into this world. He's the reason I'm alive.
Do you have free will, Cinder?
I'm here still, aren't I?
No, that's not necessarily free will.
He did not
I feel
wish
like we've
me
done
here.
this before.
We have.
We have done this.
He only wished me here to
I'm
be
taking a nap.
to dealing with.
Sorry, say so,
Duradar.
Zach.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just chilling.
Just real quick, I think that the rest of us are just gonna take a nap. I know I am.
Okay.
I'm
It's cool.
literally
I
here.
still
While they're
have one
back
level of
to-
exhaustion, and I'll steer the
You-
ship. It's cool, you guys.
Calm down, Kailani. God damn it. Anyway,
Wait, is Kailani asleep at the wheel?
maybe.
About to be.
I'm gonna go on Kailani because I did my job.
Cinder, I will reach out my hand as a form of a handshake that you humans do. Well, you're not really human,
Wait, I'm not a human.
but
I'm not a
that's
human.
just the
I'm not
way.
one of them people.
It is the way.
What do you mean, them people? Oh, wait, I'm not.
You know those people.
Never mind. I'm
Anyone
not
So
human
I will
either.
reach out a
Yeah, I know.
handshake as a good faith and gesture of truce, for now, until shady business, as Roman said it.
I didn't.
Wait, you said shady business.
He goes, I didn't.
He said until you
And
give
what if you-
us a reason to not believe and trust.
And what of
you
your
know,
own shady business?
I'm trying to be the bigger man here.
Are you?
Yes.
So you just want a handshake?
I was looking. I was trying to let bygones be bygones.
I feel like this is gonna come up later, and I'm gonna be in the ring hearing you talk shit on me again. And-
Cinder.
No offense, it's getting to be a little insulting. I know you grew up with dealing with an angel, and they kind of have that effect on you. But
No. Roman asked. He says, let's give Cinder the benefit of the doubt until he gives us a reason not to. And that's what I'm doing. I'm being the bigger angel.
You started this, Roman.
see, there's that word again. Bigger angel.
What do you mean?
You're not an angel, Cass.
What am I, Cinder?
I don't know what you are, Castiel.
definitely an angel.
You're an enigma to me, my friend.
Well, that's just rude. I don't understand what you want. I'm trying to apologize, and you're saying you're not an angel.
I will spit into my hand and shake his hand.
Well, this is just gross.
You have oil on your hands now. Cool.
I think it's what the humans do, as in a pact.
Fine, I spit on my hand and remind you that oil and water don't mix, and shake hands.
Oh, that was good.
It causes for some interesting effects, though, does it not?
No, it does. It's yes, I guess. So, are we good, Cinder?
Are we, Castiel?
Yes, I'm good. Are you?
Inciting this, because Cinder's not trusting Cass.
I'm so good. There's nothing inside because I swear to God, I'm not even persuasion. Like this is.
I'm not even persuasion.
Like I don't even know what to do here because it's not even a persuasion. It's. Oh my God!
Believe
I won again.
Believe it or not, this is his sincerity voice.
This is
Like-
sincere voice, Cinder. I'm trying to do what's best for the party, and like I said, letting the past be the past. And Roman feels as if he's a smart whip.
Yes, I know. It's nice to have another smart man in the party.
And I feel as if, maybe if he sees something in you that I don't, maybe he's on the right track. But, hopefully I'm wrong and he's wrong. I'm not wrong. Wait. Hopefully he's not wrong. And I'm not.
We will leave
wrong.
everything in the past.
Yes.
Listen, I read your chest for you, okay? Trust me.
You did what?
Your tenants. Your chest.
Yeah, he read your chest
Yes.
for you.
Yes. You also shadily drew me naked, but you know what? We're not talking about that
Listen,
anymore.
buddy.
Again, that's in the past, Cinder.
We all enjoyed that. It's fine.
It was a compliment, Castiel.
Right. So, yes, we're fine. Yes, absolutely, Cinder.
Would it make you feel better to draw me?
Nope.
But wait, no, Cinder's wearing. Okay, can Cinder be naked?
Yes.
Don't
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
but
just
you're
a Ken doll, but yes.
Are you
Yeah.
just wires?
It's just a Kindle, yeah.
I'm metal and wood and like primordial fluids.
I'm being serious when I say,
I
let's
love
let
you.
for now. Let's just let bygones be bygones, and let's just move on.
For now, yes.
For now, oh, there you go with that for now shit. Okay,
You
fine.
said for now like 8 times.
You're upstairs steering a ship.
Yeah, but I gotta step in at some point. Okay.
Fine. In Celestial, let bygones be bygones.
Yes, Chauncey, tell him you believe me.
Who the fuck is Chauncey?
My horse.
His horse begins just shaking his head up and down.
Is this the one you thought was in with everything?
Well, that was before. We've come to an agreement.
Why do you hate me, Master?
Is
He wasn't in on it. Apparently, he tells me he really wasn't in on it.
In Celestial, horse, are you okay? Blink once for yes, blink twice for no.
Smacks his.
He just stomps once. Fuck it.
That's hilarious.
So, yes, Cinder. Okay. We're good. I'm going to go upstairs now, and I'm going to help out with the ship. Bye, Cinder.
As I'm going upstairs as well.
Oh, you're coming with.
You say bye and head in the same direction to the top of the ship. Night has begun to fall. It is starting to get late. Kailani, you are getting tired. You were already exhausted, but now it's just...
Does this ship have an anchor?
Haven't looked?
Have we seen it in passing?
Nope. You also haven't really looked to see if it had sails or oars or anything like that. You just...
Have we not been moving this entire time?
Oh, you're moving, but not very fast.
Yeah.
So I was actually going to say, because I didn't anticipate this was going to take all that long.
You know us?
Apparently, it was took
You
all
were
day.
very wrong.
Well,
don't get very-
I was gonna say when I
we don't
came
get
back
very
up to
far.
help Kailani, I was gonna look to like take stock and see if we had sails on the mast or the mizzen mast, and whether or not we had a chain for a bootleg or an anchor. All those things I learned this morning.
There's an anchor.
I started to say, are you Googling words here? Because fuck.
No, the mast is like in the center.
I
A
understand the
mizzen
mast,
mast is up
But
on
you're
the
Googling
side.
I
words,
understand
like
that.
mast.
I don't know what a bootleg is, but
So a bootleg would be like if we needed to do a sharp turn.
like a kick it, like a thing that spins
Basically,
out.
like if we needed to like go immediately to the left, and we couldn't like worry about trying to like do the wide arc, we'd use a bootleg where we'd try and like hook onto something.
Hook on, and then you swing.
Yeah.
Real quick.
So
I mean, totally do that already. Totally.
there's a reason I'm first mate. You get to be Captain Kailani, I get to be first mate.
I love it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I love it.
All right.
So, how we looking? How we doing?
There do seem to be ropes that are attached to what looks to be rolled up cloth or something. It's covered in ice, but you get the feeling you could lower the sails. Might take some strength and cooperation, but yes.
Kailani calls out like that German girl on Austin Powers. Lower the sails! Like, wow, what's her
Frau
face?
for Rissenau?
Yeah.
God damn
Wow.
Yeah, I'll try and lower the sail.
it. Is anyone
Wow,
helping you, or are you
Barbizon.
doing it by yourself?
Well, is this something I could do on the ground, or did I have to fly up to get to the sail?
It's attached to the ground, the rope is.
Okay.
But the rope is as
and-
big around as your thigh.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Wynn for help.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could help.
I
don't-
just need just need a little extra muscle, and then I'm
I
gonna
can help.
pull.
I've got you, bestie.
Alrighty, the more the merrier.
Just
So what, we
I
got
need
4 people trying to open up the sails.
athletics
Cinder,
check
join
at
the group.
advantage.
Come on,
I'm
help
lowering
out,
the
Cinder.
DC.
Let's go. Come on, you're in the friend zone too. Come on, Cinder.
I feel really creeped out right now.
You're gonna regret so many things.
I'll help with navigation.
Roman
the
athletics check at
navigator's currently
advantage.
down opening the sails.
I call him Bestinder.
Bessinder?
Bestinder for my bestie Cinder.
I don't trust that for a second.
I feel like I just had a heart attack.
This is why I drink at night.
Roman.
Trust me, Jesse is why I drink too.
Guys, you got 9 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Athletics check
we're
at
just gonna
advantage.
roll. At advantage, and I'm gonna use armor, magical strength. Which is gonna let me add 5 to that, so 21.
Between all of you, you're able to fairly gently let down the sails so they don't break. As you notice that it looks to be a very thin sheet of ice. But it's
The sail?
It doesn't
Yeah.
obey the laws of physics at all.
welcome to D&D. It's magic made by frost giants.
That doesn't negate the laws of physics at all.
Rolled up ice sheet. Yep.
No, well, actually, while they're rolling up the sails, I will look for an anchor.
Looking along the back of the ship, up behind, you do see what looks like a large, I guess the word I'm looking for is turnstile, that has
Okay.
a large chain that is probably link-wise, a link is as big as you are.
Jeez.
Goddamn giants.
Giants be giant.
Does
man.
it? Do I see a way of dropping it?
There
Or
looks to be a
raising it?
rather large latch that's holding it in place right now, but you're not really sure about raising it. You guess that you probably have to spin it in circles a lot to get the chain to come up.
Okay, I will.
I don't think we're gonna drop anchor.
I will relay that to Kailani because I knowing she cannot steer the ship for an entire night. Expect there's an anchor back there if you want to take a rest, or if you trust anybody else driving this.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't. What does one level of exhaustion get you again?
Disadvantage on skill checks.
Which would
Yeah.
include piloting a ship.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I really do need a little bit of a rest. But I mean, Roman knows what he's doing. I don't know how he feels, but maybe he could take over. I think I would trust him to do it for sure. Otherwise, we would have to park this baby.
We could alternate shifts on the wheel.
I can do that.
Get a couple hours sleep and then come on up, and then I'll take a couple hours.
Bestinder, what do you suggest?
Yes, the name is disturbing, buddy.
But why?
Aw, he made a
Because
cute little
the
nickname
face
for
you make when you say it.
You know how hard it is to say that in a straight face. But either way, your input
I mean,
would definitely be
with-
helpful in this situation too. What do you suggest? Because you don't sleep, right?
with-
So
With what we have all gone through, I think we all deserve a good rest. So honestly, my idea would be dropping anchor and at least all resting. And then we just pick up the pace the next day because now we have the sails.
I think we do
My
what Cinder said.
concern is getting the anchor back up. That is an anchor meant for giants, and
Yeah.
giants are a lot stronger than us.
Between all of us, I think we could figure it out.
Well, why don't we do a test pull and see if we can even pull it up?
ourselves.
We'd have to set it down in
No,
order
not
to
all
I
the
was gonna
way.
say,
If
we'd
we
have to
just
set
put
it
it down a
down.
little bit and just lifted it back up.
But then if we drop it and we realize we don't have the strength to pull it back up, we are quite literally stuck
Straight.
here.
No, you're mistaken. No, I'm just saying drop it maybe 2 or 3 links and see if we can pull the 2 or 3 links up. If we can lift the 2 or 3 links, it's only halfway up the ship. It's just hanging off the side.
I don't think you understand what's
That's-
happening.
That would be very heavy just to hold on to.
No! Okay,
You're
every each...
suggesting taking a giant anchor with links the size of us and
It is
pulling it
a
over the ship, dropping it a little bit, and then pulling it back up. But if
Correct.
we can't, if we do not have the strength to pull it back up,
Then it's sitting halfway down the ship and nothing, no harm, no foul.
it's not
Oh,
sitting halfway down the ship.
I see where the
Drop it.
confusion
No,
is.
drop it all the way.
Cass. It doesn't have a lock mechanism. If we drop it, it's going to go all the way down. That's how
It has a
ships
latch.
stop.
As a lich.
It has a latch, but if we release the
It has a
latch,
lich? We have bigger problems if it has a
what
lich.
if we release
if
the
we
latch?
release the
Hold on, let me
latch,
get that
it's
lich
going
token
to
real quick.
drop to the bottom of the ocean. That's how anchors work. Otherwise, if it didn't drop down to the bottom of the ocean, we wouldn't stop.
Well, I mean,
We'd
It
have
do-
to unleash the latch in order for it to go down at all, to then see if we could pick it back up.
Naj, you said it's one of the spinny ones, right?
Mhm.
Where you spin to roll it up?
Yep.
I feel like between, a few of us, we could roll that thing up.
We could.
Oh, it's a spinny wheel.
It's like, yes,
Oh.
it's like one of the spinny ones.
Okay, that
I
helps.
say let's do what Cinder thinks.
You know what?
I wanted Cass
I-
to be
I
nice to
can
me.
say
This is
that I've
just
been
freaking
beat.
me out.
I look over at Roman and I'm like, somehow I feel as if this is entirely your fault. I don't know what it is yet,
It was my fault for
but
giving
I
them the
feel as if
rifle.
you've played quite a role in it. And I like squint my eyes at you, like, what?
You're gonna see Roman,
What'd you
who's
do?
now like thinking to himself, like, "Man, sometimes it sucks being this smart."
I know
Yeah.
how it feels,
Listen,
Roman. I know how it feels.
I can imagine when you're the smartest one in the room, like you have to understand that your smart words are not taken that way by those that, and I'm like nodding my head, that are not that smart, you know?
Who are you nodding your head to?
Who are you nodding your head to?
You guys know nothing of what is being said between Roman and I right
We're
now.
all standing in a circle arguing about an anchor.
Yep. And while you guys are arguing, I'm whispering that to Roman.
I was in the
Alright,
crow's
well,
nest
we're
getting
gonna
air.
drop
I think
anchor,
Seth and
I
Arwen
guess.
just was like went to sleep. They were like, no.
I'm definitely asleep. I even said that. I was passed out.
I'm the crow's nest just getting some air.
I guess we just drop anchor and then we try and lift it up just a little bit to see if we can even do it.
I'd say I'm game for that.
Okay.
Just a test run to see if we can lift the anchor.
If not, we'll have to come up with another way because
Me, Genom, Cass, and Roman, and Kailani.
And Gwen,
I'm really.
Oh, yeah, she
guys,
and
I'm
Gwen.
too exhausted. I don't trust myself to help right now. I
you
think
need to sleep.
I
Okay,
do.
Gwen can take your spot.
You don't want my disadvantage.
Gwen can drive the boat.
Oh.
well,
Cinder, I always
feel
agree.
like if we're releasing the anchor, we're not going anywhere
That
anyway.
wasn't Cinder. That was
So
Austin.
what
I
are you?
always
What are you guys doing?
Release anchor, and then she could pretend to drive the boat like a child.
So
I think
as,
they're dropping the
as we're
anchor.
arguing hypotheticals, what are you guys actually doing?
We're dropping the anchor.
Okay.
Dropping anchor just to see if we can lift it.
So
We're dropping trout.
who's dropping the anchor? Who's going over to it?
Cinder.
I guess I will.
Oh.
Roman, you
Be
walk
careful,
over.
Cinder.
You all do it.
Don't hurt yourself.
As you flip the latch, you hear a loud splash as suddenly the chain begins rapidly unfurling. Takes a second, but suddenly you feel the ship begin to slow. It kind of lurches forward a little bit and then stops. As you are now floating in the middle of the sea of ice.
Okay. Well, that was somewhat easy. Now for the hard part. Everybody ready?
Sleeping?
Trying to pull it back up.
Try to
Oh.
pull it up.
We're doing that. Gotcha.
The thing you suggested, Cal.
I need everyone that is trying to turn this wheel to roll me a strength check. I'll say
Okie dokie.
athletics if you're proficient.
Okie dokie.
I have disadvantage right now, guys. I don't want to help.
Can get him help.
I'm out of armor and magical strength charges, so this is gonna be fun.
21 for me.
Beefcake.
I'm gonna burn my advantage.
12 for me.
Oh my god. Oh, that's Quinn.
Technically,
It's rolling.
It's +4 on top of that, so it's 15,
Doing everybody
So
get this
19.
thing around you.
19,
Only on saves.
21, 12.
I look at everyone. You can do
it's-
it. Put your back into it.
Slow going, but as everyone struggles, the wheel bit by bit begins to clink as a piece of the chain link begins to move.
Eve.
Okay.
As
Well,
it
I
moves
think with,
past one chain link, the latch hits every time you move it.
oh, thank Christ. Okay.
Okay.
See, there's
I
a latch.
unleashed the latch, and I'm like, okay, I think we'll be fine in the morning.
And drops back down.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so exhausted, you guys. Sharks and boats and ghouls. I need my sleep.
I think it's time that we take a
Rest.
much needed rest.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I start heading down.
With that.
Nighty nights, Roman. Kailani. Nighty night, Cinder. Seth. Good night.
What's going on down there? What?
You
Are
woke
we
him
going
up
to
to tell him
bed?
goodnight. You gonna wake Arwen up to tell her goodnight too?
Arwen.
I'm in the crow's nest. I'm awake. I just know what was going on down there.
Oh, right.
Arwen's asleep.
Oh,
Seth's keeping an eye out.
Yep.
I'm going to sleep. I'm definitely not taking first watch. Sorry, y'all.
Where's everybody sleeping though? I didn't. Where do I sleep at?
There's
You
like
guys?
17 beds downstairs.
Anywhere.
Ice beds. I mean,
Didn't Valine say that she had a way to magically give us shelter tonight?
She did. I forgot about that.
I can, but I mean, you can also use the quarters that are downstairs if you would like.
Oh.
It doesn't matter either way to me.
You giveth and taketh.
I'm not
Yeah,
that cold, you guys. I guess I can sleep on a frozen bunk. It's fine.
I will.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take first watch, and I'll come down to the quarters later.
You know what? I'll take first watch with Roman. I understand that I begrudgingly do it, but I will do it.
I think one's probably okay.
Yeah, but 2 is better.
Okay. Okay.
You guys begin to bed down. Cinder, what are you doing?
Probably after, I'd say 2 hours, I'm gonna send Genom to retrieve Arwen. I can't remember his name. Seth.
Seth.
I'm sorry. I keep wanting to call you Neek now.
And he's your best friend.
The most normal name out of the group, Seth.
Yeah.
Yes, Seth,
I
Neek,
would say Roman's pretty.
and Velen.
Yeah, but it's Roman with 2 N's.
Fair enough.
Roman.
Men.
To meet probably, I would say just top deck.
Okay.
Wait, how many? Are there a bunch of quarters at the bottom deck?
Yeah.
Then bottom deck.
You get the estimate. There's probably about. Well, I wouldn't even say it's an estimate. You have time to walk up and down. There's about 20 different beds.
Damn.
Are there different rooms though? Or are they all just in the same area?
It's mostly conjoined, but it is a very large area.
Okay, yeah, I'd say probably in the back of the bottom ship.
The room of where all the bunks are is about 50 feet, maybe 60. I'd say. Everyone is
Yes.
gathered by Genom as a small imp appears in front of you.
As I'm saying to Velen, you've given us shelter a few times. I'd at least like to return the favor. I can grant some comfort to us all. But I in order for this to work, though, I do need you to kneel in front of me.
That's not creepy.
Listen, it's just how this works, all right? It's not my doing.
So,
It's a ritual thing.
the people that are invited to the ring party, do you kneel in front of Cinder?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I am away for this.
Does Velen?
Lynn would. She doesn't see why not.
Okay. Did Arwen bring Gwen?
Gwen is curled up top.
Okay,
So
so
no.
Gwen didn't show up. Okay.
No, no.
So
Arwen's like half awake, by the way.
So, Genom will take care of the ring as Cinder, Arwen, Seth, and Velen all turn into a copper mist and go into the ring.
Doesn't Denim have like 5 hit points? Denim,
13, I think.
He's an imp.
you put your trust in wisely. Mhm.
He can also turn invisible.
Yeah, which he will.
Yep. And as this begins,
Trusted.
the copper mist goes into the ring. Ganem grabs it, turns invisible, and flies off. And begins to hide. And we'll end it there. We'll pick up next week with what does the inside of Cinder's ring look like for everyone that's joined. So, you guys now have a boat. You are at least moving in the right direction.
We
Hopefully.
think.
You're not dead. No one
Hey,
died.
that's a plus.
Yeah.
And
Everything
we're
worked
making
out.
our way to the 10 towns.
And Cass and Cinder have a temporary alliance.
We've had like 2 of these
Yeah.
already.
They're besties until
It's a bromance, thank you.
it is totally a bromance.
I ship it.
I totally ship it too.
Jesus.
I'm rooting for you two.
I'm gonna need to draw you. I'm gonna draw you again.
The angel and I.
Alright, guys.
Like
Well,
one of your little warlock girls.
I'm the devil on your shoulder.
hello. Trying to
Hi.
head up. Thank you everyone for stopping by. We'll be back on Sunday for our next episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight. And then
Yeah.
back again on Thursday for what happens next. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.